One of the Osimars darted toward the approaching Pegasus, while the other, spotting the party, froze in surprise. In that brief moment of distraction, Polo seized the opportunity, accurately firing a crossbow bolt that pinned one Osimar's wing to the ship's edge. The party didn't waste this chance, quickly ascending to the upper deck before their element of surprise dissipated. Upon reaching the upper deck of the pirate ship, the scene that unfolded was intense armed crew members and workers, numbering at least a dozen, and massive assault obolesters primed for launching gargantuan projectiles. These obolesters, normally used in ship-to-ship combat, now loomed ominously. The pirates immediately noticed the intruders, and chaos erupted. Some pirates hurried to load the obolesters, while others engaged in fierce melee combat against Farvold, Rave, and Sus. As the battle raged on, Rave's Black Pegasus soared over the upper deck, allowing Quo, Jackson, and Gaki to land safely on board. However, the Pegasus was hit by an obolester bolt during its retreat, crashing somewhere near the ship's helm. The fresh reinforcement bolstered the party's efforts as they continued the brutal fight. Rave strategically deployed fire explosions that consumed many of the crewmates, turning them into crisped remains. Sus valiantly defended Rave from harm, absorbing blows meant for her and staunchly remaining by her side. Polo showcased his marksmanship, hurling a bundle of dynamite sticks that obliterated an obolester and its crew before they could fire. His precise shots struck true time, and again, among the adversaries, the fallen Osimar proved the most aggressive, unleashing a furious roar that sent waves of fear rippling through the surroundings, leaving several party members terrified. Amidst the chaos, Gaki fell to the ground, struck by an obolester shot, and Farvold rushed to her side, ignoring the barrage of blows directed at him from all angles. This pivotal moment saw Bob the Wizard entering the fray, hurling lightning bolts that inflicted significant damage upon both the party and the ship's crew, incinerating some instantly. A fervent prayer to Pivos summoned healing energy that revitalized the party, enabling them to press on. Yet, the divine intervention drew the obelester's attention toward the halfling. A lethal shot narrowly missed him, but the impact's sheer force brought Polo down, wounded gravely. While Rave cast a healing word for her comrades, and the enemies dwindled, Farvold unleashed his ultimate ability, the Finger of Death, striking an unsuspecting Osimar. The sinister magic twisted the celestial being, morphing his body into something. What exactly? Only Farvold's enigmatic grin hinted at the chilling transformation underway.
Okay, and we are live as the party of Power Rangers continue the adventure in the world of Tethir, and as they're now bravely fighting their way up to the helm, where the infamous Bob the Wizard, the previous party member, showed himself with lots of lightning magic at the party. Yeah, we actually are in the middle of a fight now, as far as you remember. And yeah, if you look at the stream and disposition, the last thing that happened in our game, what's my camera? Okay, better position. Last thing that happened is that Farvold has finally got his first undead minion. Something his soul really is delightful for.
But it's dead already, isn't it? It died.
What, the minion?
No.
Is the minion still alive?
Yeah, you just got it. That was the last action. That's
okay, I thought it was already destroyed.
No. So it's this massive green guy called Zombie. So this is whom you raised. Yeah, so as per everybody else, you have the whole party basically gathered on the back of the upper deck. You have Gaki, kind of gravely, like really badly injured next to Jackson and Kua. They are don't feel really good in the amount of health. Rave, you are standing in the very back of everything next to destroyed Arbalester. How do you feel? How's your state of health?
Good question. Oh, it's very low.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we also have Sas, who has just spent his last turn trying to mount up a mini Arbalester, which is located by the side of the ship, and that he has tried to turn towards the direction of the helm. So he is our machine gun guy at this specific moment. Farvelt is leading the charge, so he is kind of ahead. He can see around himself a huge sign of a former fireball that has incinerated almost a dozen of sailors, previously launched by Rave. And yeah, he is carefully walking around the charcoal of their bodies, trying to keep his shoes clean. As for the enemies, you still have Bob, but I think Farvelt has had another minion under his command. Am I correct? Because you
What do you mean with other minion?
by other undead something that was actually attacking Bob earlier. Wasn't there a
I have
zombie?
really trouble understanding you. Can you repeat?
We did the signals and everything, but you didn't see.
Signals.
Yes, we
Yeah.
have some secret language, but
I missed the secret language if there was any.
there was.
Okay, I'm
Was.
Don't worry. It's for the DM.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we need a secret sound then for this to work, because I don't have your faces right away when I have a battlefield open. Okay. Anyway, repeating from since which moment did you lose me?
What? What did you say?
Professional streamer.
Okay, you didn't hear anything, yes, what I said? That's what you're
No,
implying?
I heard lots of things, but in between lots of things were missing. So I'm not sure what percentage-wise, I'm not sure how much of the message I got. But I see the battlefield. I can see the minions. That's straightforward.
Okay. I will quickly recap it. So on the left side, we have a group with Gaki, Jackson, and Koa, quite injured. We have Rafe on the back, also doesn't feel good. We have a machine gun Sas, who mounts the mini Arbalester. We have in the middle Farvelt, next to Far with his newly acquired permanent zombie, who he just raised from the body of the fallen Asimar. And on the top we have Bob. He still has 2 crews of the massive Arbalesters, which are now on the reload, because last shot of them almost pierced the Polo down.
Yeah.
If you remember.
That
was
How could I
120
not?
damage, which was a crit. Yes. So, yep. And you also have a Pegasus, which is somewhere there, but it has been shut down by the anti-aircraft cannons of a ship, of this flying ship. Yep. So that was the latest thing. We had 4 or 5 rounds of combat in the past 2 episodes, and generally you know that Bob has used lots of his arsenal back in the sewers, and now he has also tried to unleash as much as he could, but everybody has their limits to what they can do. You also know that on the lower decks there are more people, because you've seen some workers running down there once the fight unleashed. And this is how we ended the last game. That's the disposition. Okay. So as everything continues, we are going to start with Polo, who
Yes.
is located right here.
Yes, he is. So Polo is so prepared this time. Immensely prepared. You have never seen Paulo this prepared. He knows exactly what to do, but there's one problem.
He doesn't know why.
Real quick.
He doesn't
No,
know why he needs to do that.
No, that's not the problem. The problem is that Paulo cannot see his notes while looking at the map. So let Paulo improvise this. Okay, but what I know is that Paulo will start his turn with a bonus action, not with his
Lovely.
action. And he will first drink a potion of speed, which will give him the haste effect, +2 AC, and 2 actions for this turn, and thereafter, hopefully.
What? Yeah, you have 2 actions now. It's not gives you 2 actions, then it would be 3 in total. You just have 2 actions.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant, but correct. I mean, I would take the extra action, but
Okay. Next.
So, imagine Paulo being from 1 second to the other incredibly fast. Everything is fast. His metabolism, his movement, his thinking, everything about Paulo is faster than you've ever seen him. And he uses just that, the movement. And he would, because he understands that the party is really damaged, like everyone is surviving barely on just a sliver of life. So he would position himself in such a way that he would stand next to as many teammates as possible within 30 feet radius. So
he can totally do that, yes. He would need
so
to
that
move a
should
bit
definitely
further
include...
ahead, but that's definitely possible.
Okay, so that would include Rave, right? Because I
Yes.
remember Rave
Yes.
being...
Yeah.
Very good. Let me just... perfect, thank you. Yes, okay. So... So, now that he moved, Paulo would use his first action. That would be, he drinks another potion. And that is a greater healing potion. Because
Okay.
you have to help yourself before you can help others. That's how it works in this world. Let me quickly drink the potion and roll. So it would be 14 healing. I hope it was visible in the rolling chat.
Yes. Please add it.
Perfect. So now that he feels himself a little bit better, he would use his incredible speed to perform the second action, which would be a spell. And he wants to use the spell Prayer of Healing level 2. He can include up to 6 people within 30 feet who benefit from the healing. And those people would be himself, Rave, Gaki, Jackson, and Quo. Is there someone else within reach he could
Newton.
heal?
Farwald or Sas?
Farwald. I feel like Sas is full health. Like, Sas does look healthy, right? Does Sas look healthy? Yeah, okay.
No.
No?
He's blind but healthy.
Okay.
Oh, you're healthy. Okay.
Okay, that's good. How healthy is Farwald looking?
I can tell you in a moment.
Let's see who taps faster.
He is very much in a good health.
Damn. Okay, I cannot double heal people, I guess. That's kind of a bummer.
So
Yeah,
what
okay,
would be the
then-
healing?
The healing will be second level of healing. There we go. It would be 13 healing for everyone mentioned.
Okay, lovely. Very good move. Let me add the healing to mentioned characters. I think Gaki, she's extremely happy for that. She was down just last round.
So Polo should still have movement left. I
Yep,
think.
and your movement is doubled, so it's now 60.
Yeah.
So you would be able to run all the way towards up the stairs, but you wouldn't be able to reach any of the commands or Bob. So you would be just there, like almost there, but not exactly.
Okay. Okay, then Polo will do something else. Since he cannot reach any of the Arbalistas, he will run to the right side of the ship, like about there where the right wing is, and then he will walk or run on the surface of the ship, all the way under the wing, and basically be walking on the side of the ship as far as he can. The idea behind this is to not be within shot range of the Arbalistas, because there would be the ship between him and the Arbalista.
Okay, so kind of hiding under the wing then. Yes, that
or just on the side of the ship, wherever.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. Your size and speed is just like a rocket. Yeah,
Perfect.
that would be all for Polo. Next we have Sus.
I'm gonna put somewhere in front.
So, if you are thinking about targets, you do see the
I don't.
crew of another Arbalister, Bob, and the other crew. So basically all the targets are exposed, and because they also have a clear line of sight for you, everybody who's on the lower deck.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 targets, right?
Basically, yes.
Or 4. One of them zombie.
4.
Well, including zombie.
No more zombie.
So-
We don't know where it's from, so no more zombie.
It's fun. So I will shoot the thing
Which
randomly
one?
at someone. How do I shoot?
So because everything is stationary and you also have time to prepare, that would be an advantage roll for shooting with your Arbalestra. So
Which
that would be
is-
D20 plus 5. How did you get
something
69?
I did 20. So it's 10 plus 5, and then
Advantage.
again, good. 6, that's good. So it's person number 4. So the most right guy is getting an arrow with precision of 15.
Okay, please roll for me 6d6 piercing damage.
$18.
So please describe to us how this machine gun Sus is doing his business.
I'm shooting just straight. So the arbalest was already pointing somewhere. Maybe, at the place where we were climbing up. And I'm just releasing the arrow and I'm not sure where it's firing, but I know the enemies are somewhere there. And then, yeah, maybe I hear that someone falls over the ship.
Ah! You hear the shouts of pain coming from it. Helm
Good.
direction.
Running back because I need to reload it, right? It has one shot.
Yep.
I don't know how to reload it. I never used it before. I'm gonna run back and stand in front of Wraith, so she will get half cover or something like that. I don't know.
Otis doesn't know where Wraith is.
Oh, we know each other so good. He senses me. Right? Or smells. I don't know.
I saw the direction she ran off, so I'm just running the same direction, and at some point I'm stumbling. She didn't do anything. She just backed off in a straight line.
Okay.
Okay, that's all for Sus. Now we have a Pegasus rolling for his death saving throw. He already had 2 fails and 1 success.
Mhm.
He rolled 10. So he's still there. 2 successes, 2 fails.
Sounds good. Okay.
Yep. Next we have the pirates. No, we have Aasimars. Both Aasimars are dead, so they're out. Then we have pirates. Okay, one of the pirates has just seen how in the previous round Bob has incinerated some of the crewmates in the back, and he is like terrified, and he is kind of giving up on the reloading of the Arbalester, and he is using all his action to just run down to the lower deck. So
Why would you do that? What's there?
Mm-hmm.
meanwhile, the second dude whose friend has just been shot by Sus has to double up his efforts in the reloading, but yeah, he keeps on doing that. So Wraith, your turn. You can see figure
Okay.
of Bob looming there, eveningly.
Yeah. How many parts are still in this floor?
How many what?
Are there any parts left?
Only one that it's reloading the remaining Arbalester.
Okay. How far are? Or yeah, are they both from me? Like Bob and the pirate.
Equal distance, they are within 120 feet.
120.
I think it's 90 feet for you if you want to run all the way to them.
Okay. Let me think. Okay, Bob doesn't look like dying, right?
No, he doesn't, but he still didn't have his action.
Okay. So, for now, I'm just gonna use... I think it's 1 sorcery point. Yes, 1 sorcery point, 1 for a cantrip, because I want to use a cantrip to target a second creature in range.
Okay. Yeah, you can target both.
So, yeah. The sorcery points are gone. Okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna use Firebolt.
That was expected.
Yes.
What is the attack roll to hit?
I mean, it's 13. I don't think that I hit someone with 13.
13. So you actually do hit one person from there. So as the firebolt splints in two pieces in midair and kind of goes into the arc towards two of your targets, and see how easily Bob has dodged this weakling magic attack towards his direction.
Sorry.
Nothing of that can be said about the pirate axeman who was just trying to reload his tiny arbalester. A scream of pain. Yeah,
The
that's
true captain.
30 damage. Yeah, that's enough to kill him, to one-shot him. So he collapses next to Arbalester, who has just got reloaded. Yeah, Rafe, you still have, I guess, movement. You see this massive, muscular back of Sus standing in front of you.
Oh, it
Bodyguard.
feels like I'm kind of safe here. I'm gonna stay here.
Check
Maybe-
if there's any escape. No, not. We're staying here.
Okay,
Okay.
if you say so. Short question, can you hear the music? How is it? Is it too loud? Okay.
I hear it. It's perfect.
Okay, very, very good. Okay, lovely. So next on we have Bob, and then we have the support character section. So, Bob, seeing how his one of the crewmate he hired, just ran downstairs, he's shouting, "Come back, you covered scum!" And but the dude doesn't say anything, he just runs back, and meanwhile two of the Arbalester crew members were just shot down by ranged attacks. And he finds himself standing there utterly alone. Seeing at the battlefield in front of him, Bob chuckles. And he's going to do the following. Okay, interesting. Polo is the closest one, right? Good.
But Polo is nowhere to be seen, and he is behind massive cover because there's a ship.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. I hope that helps him. You never know these days.
Mm. Okay. Does any one of you... okay, I'm not gonna do that. So, he sees the two groups of targets in front of him. He sees how Rafe didn't move a flinch from Sus, so they're standing conveniently next to each other. He also sees that Farwald, Gaki, Jackson, and Kua are also still good targets for a direct lightning bolt opportunity. So between them all, Sergey, tell me, which of the two groups in this situation Bob would choose?
Maximum damage group. Less resistant. More vulnerable. Which one looks more bloodied?
Then it's definitely a group on the left. So he's going to cast his amazing and great spell called Lightning Bolt of the 5th level. So all of them need to make a Dex save 18. Otherwise it's lightning damage 29 only. Okay. Cool. Dex save. You made it with +1 Dex. Jackson, Dex save. He failed, correct? Farvald, he really likes Dex saves. 17.
He has a shield.
That's correct. So he didn't make it.
But Farward can use the reaction to use the AC bonus from the shield to add on top of the Dex save.
Like +2 probably.
Yeah.
It's already added to the roll.
Really?
Yeah, otherwise his Dex would be -1.
Yeah, that's true, but why is it added automatically?
Because it's this is how the feats are working. So that's a good stuff. So he still fails. And the last victim of this bolt is Gaki. Okay, everybody failed but Kwa, just surprisingly. Okay, so it's 29 lightning damage. Ooh. Cool. Gaki is down. Jackson is fairly much crisped, but not dead yet. Kua is also doesn't feel good. And who am I missing? And Farvald. Damaged. Okay, that was all that he can do, and the only thing he still has movement. He is running this direction towards the charged Arbalester, which is standing there, and yeah, this is where he stops. Okay, now we have all the support characters you have acting, so I think it's DM playing with himself. Time, yes. Thank you very much.
People do all kinds of things on Twitch.
Paulo, I think you can help me out. Solo campaign, yes. Hey, Caitlin Hicks, thanks for joining. Nice to have you here as we are playing our episode number 127. And we are already in the middle of the 4th episode where the party are fighting on the top of the flying ship. We're doing great. And yeah, Gerhard, I think you can help me with Farvald's action if you want.
Of course.
Okay, then I can act others. Meanwhile, you can think of what Farvald is gonna do. So Gaki is gonna.
I
Unless you're
understood
ready.
nothing what you said.
Okay, I need.
Can you repeat? It was all
Okay,
gone.
you can do Farvald's action if you want.
Cool.
To simplify
Right now,
it for
is
the
it his
DM.
turn?
Of course. Yeah, it's his turn.
Wow. Okay, let me check that. Let me check that character sheet. Farwald doesn't have it.
I thought you agreed, and then you said, "What did I say?" Now you sounded
I'm
surprised. Okay.
The thing is, sometimes parts of what you say are missing, so I have to ask again, and now I have to just check Fowl's character sheet to understand what he's still capable of.
He's
Okay.
quite a fighter still, has a lot of capabilities.
Okay, wait.
So
out the
we
map.
have Jackson,
is
who is
Fowl's?
now running towards the deck using his dash. And yeah, he is quite angry about the fact that he's been hit by lightning and he cannot do anything about that. Quo is going to try to use some of his healing magic to bring back Gaki to the world of the living. He still has Cure Wounds and he's gonna cast it as a, I think, even 3rd level spell slot. Yep, so it's going to be 16 healing for Gaki. And she's back in action, so she can still do stuff, but now she's gonna suffer severe consequences because it's the 2nd time this fight she's down. Yep. And he is also gonna move a bit closer. And Gaki, she has a visibility over Bob. She's angry. But she's not the battle fire genasi that you would think is gonna incinerate the offender on the spot. She's a bard, right? So she has her own specific ways of dealing with things. So she's gonna cast Silence. As yeah, that's one of her few spell slots she has used. She doesn't really have anything left almost. And yeah, she's gonna cast it all the way to cover the whole right side of the deck where Bob is. Yep. So please, Farwell, your turn.
So I got a question. It seems that Farwell did not use the polymorph because it's not ticked off, but I think you used it with him at some point. So I'm confused. Does he have it or does he not have it? Character sheet says he has it. Fractured memory says he doesn't have it.
What would he use it for?
Well, he would use it on himself. But no. But one question: where is Bob? I don't see him.
Here. Yeah, I think next time I will try to make
Okay.
more distinct colors for everybody.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. So distance between Farwell and Bob would be about 60 feet, or is it more?
Yeah. Yes.
60 feet. Cool. Then, I think Farwell would use the polymorph, but for the first time on himself.
Okay.
And, what?
What are you trying to polymorph yourself into?
That's what I'm checking. I'm sorry, everything loads incredibly slow.
I can take over if you want.
It's okay. Farwell would this time not take a... No, actually, Farwell would take a giant ape. So, what you would actually see now is probably Farwell like standing a bit still for a second, and then you would see that his shape is changing. It's like there's something inside of him, and it leashes out like through the skin, and it increases the body's volume. And after like let's say 5 seconds, where Farwell was standing, you see this Saiyajin-like transformation, and instead you see this giant ape with dark, glooming eyes, and he looks quite fierce at Bob. So, question. So on the giant ape character sheet, it says one action is rock as a ranged weapon attack. Does this giant ape have a rock with him?
No, but you can use the rubble which is under your feet, like some trash instead of the rock.
Perfect. So that's what he would do. he would first use all of his movement, which is like 40 feet, to run in front of, towards Bob, like straight.
Like as the deck is kind of like bends under his feet. It's almost there, but it's already on the stairs. But not
he
reaching.
wouldn't. He would kind of stay where, yeah, exactly, like there. That's better.
Okay.
Because he wants to throw this rock, and he doesn't want to have disadvantage. He's a giant ape, but not too stupid. So he understands he needs a certain distance for his rock to be effective, or the rubble. So, and that's what he uses as an attack action. It is a ranged weapon attack, and he throws it with all the might this giant ape has. So that would be a d20 plus 9 to hit.
Yeah,
Do that
true.
real quick.
I can also do it if you want. I can
It's okay.
quickly do it.
Done. Oh shit! No, you can do it. That's fine.
No.
Okay, it's 19. Does 19 hit?
So, Bob his armor class is lower than that, and seeing this massive boulder going his way, he must use the shield spell. So he uses a shield spell as a reaction.
Okay, so that
And
means
that
he gets plus
deflects. Yeah, so his armor class is now 24. 23.
5. Okay.
Yeah, so
How about is furious?
Wait. Wasn't there like silence there?
Ooh.
Yeah, this has verbal components. I just checked, so.
good one. That makes sense. Okay, so then it doesn't work because it has a verbal component spell. Unless Evocation Wizard can do it without verbal, which I don't think they can. Right, Sergey?
If it has verbal component, no, it doesn't work.
I think sorcerers can use their sorcerer points to cast spells without a verbal component. Yeah.
Unless he
Yeah,
casts
you
it from
have
a
that
staff or amulet or something like an item that casts it for him.
No, he doesn't have. Unless he has.
Okay.
No, he didn't have that.
AC +5, so he has +5. It has verbal component reaction.
Thank you, Sergey, for telling me that. So you can see how he takes his staff that he holds in a hand and he kind of points it at the direction of the boulder launching at him. And Rafe and you, Farvald, you both recognize the stuff. You even know where it came from. This stuff was the parting gift from Kuo's uncle, Lorin. Something that you party got back into his mansion.
I remember that he had the stuff with shield.
Mhm.
If he was attuned to it, but DM might be cheating. But okay, he's maybe attuned.
So yeah, that one is done, and yeah, you see his item glimmers for a brief of a second as it deflected this massive boulder, but then you see how this magic kind of dissipates from stuff, and it becomes just a I didn't see signals.
No. This time was fine for us.
Okay, here, Bob
The
used the
Wi-Fi.
stuff. Bob used the stuff to use the non-verbal component way of casting a shield. Otherwise, he cannot cast.
Okay. Yeah,
That
I
was
got
the
kind
only
of
way.
half of it, but god damn it.
And yeah,
Ah.
thank you, Sergey, for telling me, for reminding me about that.
Yeah, couldn't you just get? Okay, whatever. Come
Okay,
on.
He's actually using his items as a wizard.
He shouldn't have that item anymore because that should mean like some bond with us. He should have thrown that away because he is not a Power Ranger. He hates us. We're enemies. He shouldn't have.
But you see how Karim is recognizing the stuff and he has like increased rage in his eyes. Okay, that was end of the round. I think that was all that Farvar can do. Attack, moving, yeah, everything. Transforming, polymorphing. We can see a giant ape attacking now. First time in this campaign. Okay, Paula. Go for it.
My turn.
New round.
Okay, so Polo is there. So it's only Bob left.
Yes.
Okay. So Polo is not within the field of vision from the deck, right? No one on the deck can see him.
Correct.
And he wants to use his movement. He is still double movement to keep walking or running on the outer side of the ship. So basically, like in a horizontal way, but keep staying out of sight, staying out of vision. And he wants to circle, around Bob. He wants to come from behind.
The worst
And
enemy.
so what Polo now wants to do is better told in pictures, as you can see in the general chat.
Okay, let's show me.
Don't
He uses-
do it.
He
He has
uses his-
24 AC.
Polo doesn't know that. He didn't see it, right?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Yeah, that's why. But it's okay. It's okay. I hope. So Polo uses all the speed he has from a potion of haste, and he then runs up the side of the ship and jumps onto where Bob was standing before, right into his back, and of course sneak attack. This time, though, with the jeweled Vorpal dagger.
Okay.
Does probably not hit.
No.
I hate these daggers.
So you have to imagine, like, Polo was running, like he's like a hamster on cocaine running, and he has immense speed, and he was throwing himself into the air, and he was doing this movie-like scenery action and trying to pierce with the dagger through
But
Bob's
don't you have
back.
an advantage because your enemy doesn't see you?
Oh, right. That's how it works, right? If
Right, yeah.
someone jumps right into your back.
Yeah, if you don't see it.
Attacks from invisible enemies have advantage.
He was not invisible. That's a
He
different
was
thing.
not visible.
He was not.
He was not visible.
Okay, do for me the stealth roll. Just a normal
Okay.
stealth roll. You should roll higher. Wait, let me check the stats for Bob. You should roll higher than 25.
What?
And then I would count as a invisible attack, yes.
31?
That works. So that was invisible attack. You have advantage on your roll. You can roll an attack again.
Ooh, okay. Gods be with me. Wait. Let me quickly check what actions.
Let's check
Oh,
gods.
no.
No. Just roll the attack second
Oh.
time.
Okay. There we go. 13. Fuck this. Okay. So you have to imagine Polo still in the cinematic scene, throwing himself with all the power he has and the dagger onto Bob. And it just doesn't work. It just stops midair. So he kind of falls off. But since he's so quick, he tries again and still doesn't work. Polo's confused.
Magic.
Once you hasted, you have second attack.
Can I?
You only use your movement speed.
Yeah, right. That's how it works with spells. I cannot use 2 spells, but I can use 2 attacks.
CMS is cheating.
What do you mean, DM? I'm not cheating. So yeah,
Not
you can try.
reminding people.
I'm not gonna remind you people when you are 13th level characters. No. So yes, you can do the attack action again, using your sneak attack stuff. If you would hit your sneak attack on the first time, then you wouldn't get a sneak attack second time. Sneak attack is once per round.
If I would hit it, then but I didn't hit.
So yeah, that's why you can do sneak attack again.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, then let's just do it. Like, oh wait, maybe
all the cocaine pays off. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's another potion I can take. I have a bonus action, right? Maybe can I stack potions of speed?
No.
Okay, that would be OP, but that would be funny.
That would be maybe for. We need to think about combination where you can stack them.
Okay.
That easily leads to overdose, and I'm happy to play with overdose.
Now, Polo's not a drug addict. He's seen that in the streets of Denver, and even though he feels this desire to be even faster, yeah, he holds back. But instead, he would. So he understands he cannot really reach Bob with a dagger right now, but what he can do is use his bonus action to disengage, to not trigger any opportunity attacks.
What's going on?
So he goes. He goes.
You're not gonna hide, though.
Not quite, but he goes like to the rim, like of the end of the ship, kind of like next to where the Pegasus is. Yeah, kind of there.
You can see how Pegasus. You can see a massive bolt to his side. Something you also felt impact of.
So, but Polo has another action, and since he understands that it worked before, he again pulls out dynamite sticks. And he pulls out 4 of them, which would be...
How many did you use before? How many is left?
Polo has lots of dynamite sticks. Extra for this. Polo right now possesses 14 dynamite sticks.
Let's say for the moment that you do possess it, but that's to be checked later on. Or cheating.
We
but
can.
Okay, go ahead.
No. If anything, then fractured memory, but still, Polo would have used 4 before, I think. So then he would still have 10 right now. That's enough.
Go ahead.
What is that? 4d6, I think. No, wait. 3d6. Dun. So it would be 66 damage. Yeah. So he takes out the sticks, bundles them, and sends them towards. I mean, how to say? Takes the fire, makes them going, and throws them on Bob.
It was this moment where Polo had the perfect opportunity to heal the Pegasus.
Pegasus was like, Polo is like putting his hand in a pocket, and the Pegasus is like, yes, the healing potion.
No.
And then Polo takes out the dynamite.
No one reminded me about the Pegasus. No one.
He's so big. It's like there.
I mean,
Even
you
DM
have to-
hinted at you, you know.
okay.
So
Okay, you have to imagine Polo is so fast. He cannot see objects that don't move. He didn't
Okay, go-
see the Pegasus. The Pegasus was too slow for Polo.
dying too slowly.
Okay. So yeah. 66 dynamite damage, dynamite's thrown on Bob. The
Okay.
result of the roll is 23.
23 damage. He makes a dex save. And he makes a dex save, so it's half of it.
That motherfucker.
What's the range of this dynamite stick damage? 5 feet. Okay, so Pegasus is not affected. No.
Yeah.
God, I
Polo
did it.
knows what he's doing.
Okay, Polo is done. Too fast, too furious. Sus, next.
Rafe, what are we doing? I don't know.
You're on the other side. You can see giant ape rushing towards
I
the helm.
can't see.
Right. I am always updating Sas on what's happening. There's an ape. Everybody's our friend.
It's a- So what are we doing then? Are we going in or we're camping here?
How do we stop Bob? Like, he will not stop until we capture him or something.
So we need to capture him then.
Yes.
Then let's go. I'm gonna pick up Rafe and we're gonna run to Bob. I mean, we're
Okay.
gonna run whatever the Rafe says we need to run. Direction.
So use
Wait,
your
wait,
dash.
what's your plan? How do we actually?
Wait, it's sus
Action.
action. Sus action. Sus.
Can we talk while he's doing something?
Rafe,
Well,
point, the finger to the direction and we're gonna run there.
you're like voodoo people clip, yes? Just
on.
running straight.
I'm a walking movement action.
Just. one
Are you
o'clock,
using
1 o'clock.
dash?
I don't know how far are we gonna go.
What is your dash speed? What's your speed?
I have 50 and I have 19 strength.
You can get all the way into towards where ape is.
So bonus action dash. So we are
Okay.
getting 100 feet divided by half because I'm carrying her, so it's 50 or I don't know, rule something. But I have
Yeah.
a dash as a bonus action.
Okay.
So we ended up here. Good.
You wanna do another actual dash? Another again?
Oh, well, Rafe, what's next?
Are you asking him to run up the stairs?
Can I throw the ape?
I'm only.
Yeah, you
No,
can.
it's too heavy. It's too heavy. It's too heavy.
You mean Rafe?
No, it's not. I can throw you. I
Try.
can throw
It's a
ape.
friend. No, not me.
No,
Try
you.
to raise the ape then.
I'm throwing the ape. I see the ape, and Rafe said he's our friend, and the ape is looking somewhere in front.
That's
Okay,
a giant
that-
ape. You think you can throw a giant ape?
That would be a contested strength check. Sus.
Against.
Why contested?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
Farmville
Unless you want to do it.
Farmers would never let Sus to throw him anywhere willingly.
But Farwald right now is a giant ape. He lost all his dignity. He would, because he's angry. He just wants to reach Bob and punch him.
No, it doesn't change his personality. He just is ape.
Why not?
So strength, please, Sus.
Good luck,
Oh.
sus.
Just or safe or just strength?
Choose whether pure strength or athletics. Your choice.
Athletics.
Oh, you should go for strings, I think.
I have athletics advantage thing going on.
If you're sure.
What is your advantage from?
15. No, I mean a small proficiency from my
Uh,
studies in the library of athletics.
okay, so athletics 27.
No, he's not resisting. Why would?
Farwell wouldn't let him to be thrown, you know. It's
But
like-
the giant ape Farwell would.
What if I throw a small ball first?
Farwell is gonna throw you instead.
Fine, okay. Good.
Honestly, that is a very likely scenario.
Yeah, so that's gonna happen.
He's
You
just
just
in front of you. He's
I mean, Seth has no fall damage, right? That's good. We can do that more often.
Not off
If
the
you-
ship, man.
do you mean if he misses? Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Sus is done. Pegasus. Okay, Pegasus, his last roll. One way or another.
Fine.
We believe in you, Pegasus.
All right. That was it.
What do you mean? Did he fail? I didn't see it.
Yes.
Did he?
Yes, he failed.
No.
So that was his third death saving throw as his wings are moving in the agony, spreading in the last attempt to get back into flight. And as the left wing slowly touches the cheek of Polo, the marvelous creature collapses down to the ground,
What was
bleeding out.
What was that? I didn't see that. It was way too slow. What happened?
It's a large creature.
Unlucky, Paulus.
And you are a small creature. It's like 9 times bigger. So yeah, that was very small Pegasus, unfortunately.
DM, why am not being thrown? You said the forward throws me. He won the athletics
It's not his
check.
turn. Yeah. So he will not. You have to roll for it. He's gonna just throw you on his
So I
turn.
did an action and nothing happened. Okay. I
But
thought
but,
he's
but
gonna.
You failed
Us?
your action. You failed your throw.
Sas, do you have some safe, like a backup mechanism in case Power throws you off the ship? I mean, like,
Oh,
cat-
Pegasus. I know we have Pegasus. He will save me.
Oh, God.
I mean, well, Sas doesn't know, right? He cannot see.
Polo is
Yeah,
probably
sounds
healing him right now. You know, I see Polo and Pegasus nearby.
Okay, we
That's-
have
that's it.
pirates. Pirates are not in the picture. We have Rafe. Rafe, you've been carried right next to the
Great.
action. And yep, you can see Bob on the top. What's he gonna do, Rafe?
Not on the ape.
Pet the
Right.
ape?
Do you want to be? No. From here. Why is it green?
Like an ally.
Ah.
Unless you choose like red and blue kind of color scheme. My camera is all the time moving up as if there is somebody standing behind me, and it's kind of creepy.
Who's yours?
Because
What do you
there's-
mean? As if there's someone standing behind you, Nikolai?
There is no one in here.
Isn't that Laura?
The Pegasus, you know, the ghost.
That's okay. Rafe, what you doing?
Wait a second. I'm gonna try to. How? Let me check something about weight.
How's the enlargement on the
I mean,
map?
if I wanna. Wait. What enlargement? No. I want to. I wanna use. But I don't know if it works. Let me try. I would like to use telekinesis on the monkey.
What?
I think you can do it. Yes.
But I want
So
to know
now we came to the point where you want to throw monkey. Yes.
Yes.
It's a throwing contest. We have-
It depends on whether it is willingly moving or not.
No, it's not going to willingly move, so that's for certain. Did you cast Intellect Fortress on Farwell earlier? No. So he's more cooperative to telekinesis than you could think.
You make forward so uncooperative. Like, he's much
So
more
we're
of a
gonna
team
do
player.
this contested
He's an ape.
check, then you say.
Yeah.
He
Fair
went
enough.
ape shit, you know? That's what I can say.
Okay.
So, Rafe, you casting a
what's
spell?
this intelligence?
Yeah.
Go ahead. So, what's his save he needs to make?
But now I have a question actually about this.
Go ahead.
Because I don't know if I can do what I wanted to do.
Tell me what you wanted to do. I cannot.
No, what I
Read
wanted
your
to do is
mind.
that I wanted him to move and try to fall over Bob.
Like, pinned him down to the ground. This is the name of our today's episode. It's called Pinned. So, yeah, you can definitely try to put like a heavy object on the top of another object, and that would have an impact. Considering the ape is, it's a huge size. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yes. That's a huge ape.
It's not.
huger
It's not
than
even large.
No, it's huger
Okay.
than large. It's next level.
Okay, that this is how it looks then.
Wow. I'm more scared now.
You should be, yes, because the floor under him is like kind of like.
The new Pegasus, yeah.
The thing is, he can jump, but he can't fly.
Fine.
Get some wings of the ship, you know, and just mount it on you.
That sounds like Flintstones.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay. Lovely. Rafe. So, you.
Yeah.
What was the question? Didn't hear the question.
If I can do that.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Yeah, but we still want to do this contested check, right?
Yeah, because you're doing it against his will. Yes. But considering the difference in sizes, if you succeed, that will definitely like collapse Bob under his weight. For sure.
Yes, yes. Well, ability check with my spellcasting ability contested by the creature's strength check.
I don't know.
Okay, rolling strength. 17.
What do I roll?
What's your ability save?
Probably
Is it like
17.
charisma or something?
Save DC of your spells.
Usually 18?
No.
19.
Exactly. It's 19.
Worked.
So what happens now is you can see how this giant ape is kind of lifting up in the air and it kind of drops on the top of the of Bob. Yeah.
Hey. And everything just trembles around us.
So yeah, of course Farvelt is not really happy about that. But
I know, but he
You can
should
al-
be happy because he's causing damage on Bob.
so the last time you saw Bob was right before the giant ape landed on the top of him. Polo, you're standing right next to it, so everything happens very, very slow for you.
This giant ape, like in slow motion, flying.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
God,
like.
that's
And as it flies closer to Bob, of course, like it extends its massive arm and kind of grabs Bob's figure, landing on exactly place where he was standing, destroying the arbalester standing next to it as a side collateral damage. And for some moments, you hear this roar of giant ape as he actually not hitting his own chest, he hits Bob, who he is like hugging. And yeah, considering the difference in weights and sizes, and that there's no way he can cast anything because of silence. Of course, you don't hear anything. You can only see him doing the moves. Yes. I actually would roll that with this combination, Bob would be incapacitated.
I mean, if the ape is hugging him, he should be, right?
Yes.
By default.
Like,
Cool.
so Bob is incapacitated, is in the hands of ape. How long does the polymorph last?
1 hour.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, that would be.
I think I think wasn't it when he loses concentration? Like it is a concentration thing.
We can check it, but meanwhile he is still in ape form. So that would be the end of the combat, as you have a incapacitated body of Bob in the hands of a giant ape. You have Polo with another set of dynamites ready next to it, next to a lying lifeless body of a black Pegasus, as Rafe ascends up the helm. She can see the full picture happens there. Zombie, Jackson, Kua, and Gaki, they follow slowly behind you, covering your backs, and attentively looking at the hole in the ground where the last crew member has been seen. Okay, I see the symbols. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good, it worked.
Yes,
What-
we lost like your last 3 sentences, really. Something cool.
Yeah, your support party is approaching from behind, covering your backs, and also carefully looking at the ladder that leads to the lower levels of the ship. Rafe, you can now observe the upper deck, including seeing the Pegasus and incapacitated Bob. Yeah.
Did the initiative end now?
Yep.
Oh. I was gonna say next action from Fabled, eat Bob, but if the initiative is over,
Savage.
You see the last one.
and this is a huge giant ape. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's not even large. It's huge.
Yeah, it's a huge beast. It has a okay amount of hit points. It has good damage, so, but it's also takes easily damage because of its armor class.
Yeah, it doesn't care. So it's fine.
So,
But Polo would like to do something before the time runs out. Can
Go ahead.
he?
Yeah.
So since he's still all hasted up and only just now realized that the Pegasus died next to him, he just quickly turns and casts Revivify on it. Vivify.
It's that.
Vivify.
What's that? Can you please describe for us? What is that?
Oof. So, in a way, it is the most powerful healing spell that Polo has. And it doesn't restore lots of health, but the good thing is, upon a touch, Polo can bring back a creature that died within the last minute. So, that creature returns to life with 1 HP, but other than that, it's alive.
Yes, please deduct 300 gold from your
There's
balance.
the downside. You owe me 300 gold, Rafe.
Yes,
Your
yes.
Pegasus.
I will give you the 300 gold, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, as Rafe is like seen very upset how the Pegasus is lying lifelessly, Polo is conjuring the ritual of prayer to some god, Pivos, I think.
Yes, of
Him.
course, Payos.
Just checking.
Do you have another one like that?
Not right now. Give me some time.
Did someone else die?
Give me some time on dead body, yes?
I mean, technically, we could kill Bob and bring him right back. That's next level torture.
Yeah, that's because we have a guy who captures soul and we have a guy who revives. You know, maybe they can work out together.
Farwald no longer captures souls.
Mm.
He knows how to do something with souls. He has bottles and stuff and tattoos.
He can send them to his patron.
And just ask the patron to give it back afterwards.
I don't think so.
Because yeah, now we have Bob with the problem on his neck.
Yep. So as you all can see now that his body is lifeless, of course, for the first thing, Ape is like throwing away the stuff away from his hands, and this glimmering force field kind of disappears. And yeah, there's the necklace of the Order of True Night hanging freely from his neck, as if an apple waiting to be ripped, collected from a tree.
Damn it.
How does Farwald feel about that? Shiny small object that's like hanging there.
I mean, he's
Ready
not
to be
a
picked.
pigeon, he's an ape. Yes.
Pigeon? You mean a crow? Oh no, it's not a crow, it's some other type. Whatever.
Oh, he keeps his internal intelligence still. You know, it's what's inside matters, right? Not the outside.
Do we need a giant ape right now? I don't know.
It lasts for an hour.
I mean, it can be stopped upon wish, so Farwald can always choose to return back to his normal form.
But wait, there are still parts in the ship, right? So
Maybe.
maybe we should
don't
look
know.
like, you know,
Does,
should still look dangerous as a party with an ape.
does the reloading guy has a necklace on him also? His body should be somewhere nearby the ape.
As you're
The famous
approaching one of the
reloading
dead of the crew, you do not see necklaces on their necks. The only thing you can see is that they have a tattoo on the back of their head, triangular shape that you haven't seen before. But the elements of it actually were previously seen by you on Tandoori coins. At least that seems to be similarity.
Between the
Coins.
triangle and the Tandoori coins.
Yeah, the style of tattoo and the incrustations on the Tandoori coins.
Pirate Bob. Okay.
Guys, check if this is a real Bob. Check if your necklace of Bob detection works.
I mean, it's been on the whole time.
Glowing hot.
Okay, so it's real.
Hmm. Yeah, so maybe it's time to search the rest of the ship and make sure that there's no danger around. Like real quick. Just to have an idea what's on the lower deck. Since... I mean, how long is the silence actually up?
It's gone. Gaki removed it as you intended.
Okay. Then I think Paulo would first walk up to Bob and, you know, take some piece of cloth or something like this and stuff it really deep into his throat.
Sure. You can...
Don't need any magic.
Yeah, you have an incapacitated high-level wizard. So, how do you want to handle him once he is awake, which probably eventually gonna happen, is definitely up on your task list. But as you are like doing this, you recognize that the ship now at this specific moment is no longer flying this securely.
What?
Okay. Who knows how to navigate something like this? We need
We have parts
volunteers.
that we should
Captain, he
command.
escaped.
Yeah, we should go and take them and tell them to do whatever we want them to do if they don't want to die.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna put the fires down with my water pump.
That's a very good idea because some of them already created holes enough that you could see on the lower deck. This is where the powder barrels are standing for the main cannons of the ship. So Sas is doing
I'm gonna be busy
firefighting.
with that.
Good idea.
Paulo would probably help him. Just so that we're faster. Yeah, who feels healthy enough to check the lower deck?
Paula, as you are quickly running through the fires and helping to extinguish, after a minute or so, you stumble upon your running. And for a brief moment or so, you feel like you have forgot how to breathe, how to think, what is happening around. And you almost fell into a burning pyre right in front of you. It's good that Sas was pouring everything around with water and it basically saved you from a little confused moment. You get back to your senses a couple seconds further ahead. And yeah, you realize that cocaine comes with its consequences.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Paulo didn't know that. First time he used this potion, it's like, what the fuck? Someone sold me that potion. So what's the direct implication? Is this like one level of exhaustion, or how does it work?
Let me check quickly.
So checking.
But meanwhile, you can decide
fine.
what to do with the ship. Yes.
I mean, Paulo wanted to check the lower deck, but for now, I'm not sure if Paulo's capable of doing that. So.
Yeah, basically one haste effect over, you are losing one turn completely. Losing
Sorry,
control.
I didn't hear that. Can you repeat?
Once the haste effect ends, you're losing control of your character for a round.
Ah, wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so only 6 seconds.
Yep. So as the ship starts more violently floating left and right, you notice that the damage to it is a bit more than you could think a minute ago. A couple of the sails, the right wing, torn and definitely requires some fixing. And as you are looking around, you notice that at the very front, the helm, there is an area which has about dozens or so different kind of levers, which seem to remind kind of a controlling mechanism.
I'm gonna shout, Captain. Captain, get over here.
And also do it in my demonic voice if it doesn't work.
Rave, go ahead. It's been a while.
I mean, I will do it.
Do it.
Really loud. We need the captain here on top now, or everyone else dies. Like super loud. And then with this thingy that I have, that I can scare people with, and sometimes cause weird damage because people get scared.
Yeah. The trampling hordes.
Remembers. Yeah. Yes, the thaumaturgy.
And as you shout it out, you notice how Kua and Jackson are like pointing the weaponry towards the ladder from a lower deck. And this is where you can see, first slowly with both hands raised up, coming out a tiefling.
Okay.
And
Sus.
as he appears on the top of the deck, he is shouting back. What the hell is happening on my ship? And now,
Princess
like,
Epicus ship, you mean?
Yeah, it's our ship now.
Farwell growls at him from a distance, but loud.
what is he doing?
He growls, like an angry cat would do. This very deep, resonating sound.
Okay, got it. Okay, as you do that, he is at first,
Congratulations, Captain. Welcome to the Royal Navy.
as at first moment, he like, of course, looks at the what is happening on top, and he's a bit talked by surprise by the growling of a massive ape sitting on the upper deck. But the next moment, he's like raising his hands down and like pointing, who put this giant beast? Who's gonna clean up after me? And then he finally starts to realize the whole destruction that has happened here on the top of the upper deck. And he's like looking, who is gonna pay? And then he sees the Bob's body in the hands of an ape. Good that I have things insured. And there is another thing that wobbles. And then he's kind of like trying to walk through Kua, who is like standing on his way, and Kua is standing like confidently in front of him. And the guy is saying, well, unless you want to land prematurely, you better let me through. And yeah, Kua is attentively goes to the side and allows him to proceed towards the mechanism with dozens or so levers, which you notice that he immediately starts to pull, change the direction, do something with the control. And you notice that first that the sails are kind of like starting to fold a bit, but then you realize he's doing that to cover those spots that were destroyed, to kind of stabilize the positioning of a ship. A minute later, the ship is of course losing quite a lot of speed, but is no longer that shaky and bouncy as before. As he is finishing his manipulation.
Wait.
Yes?
Again, because we are having, at least on my side, I'm losing
Okay,
the-
you're the most reliable controller of quality here. Quality control, Rafe, yes?
I would help, but my camera doesn't support me so well.
Yeah,
We probably only see it like 20 seconds later.
I don't see it almost at all. Yeah, so he was manipulating the mechanism for about a minute or so, trying to change the angle of the wings and trying to protect those areas from the wind and from the stream of the wind so that the general wobbling of a ship is decreasing. And after a minute or so, he succeeds. He does that quite skillfully. And after the speed of the ship is decreasing and the general turbulence is avoided, he turns back to you all, who are like patiently standing there, almost, with a dagger to his back in a way, or with a spell at the ready. He leans towards one of the walls and says, "Oh well, I guess this is it then. Who might you be?"
We're talking,
We
right?
don't
Like,
have to talk to him. We don't have to
talking?
talk to him. Like,
no, yes. I mean, we still need to know more stuff about this mission, where they are heading, why they are working with Bob.
They
or how
they'll
much
still
money
have
they're
bunch of bottles with souls, probably.
Yeah, we want to know what they're transporting. So we need to talk to them. Just
I think Polo would just go to the lower deck and check it out. From
Okay,
Loot,
Polo this quickly
enemies.
disappears from the site.
I'm gonna go through Bob's items and confiscate his book and any suspiciously looking magical items.
Sas, in your
Rafe,
possession,
you do the talking.
you have of course the stuff, you have the book, you have a blue carnival mask.
that's still there. Oh my god.
do you think that Bob really likes us still to keep all of these things that remind him of the good times?
I mean, he's a wizard. I know wizards use magical items. So, just as a precaution, I'm gonna remove any magically looking items that I can find after I search him. Take his bag of
Yeah,
holding
I-
if he has one. Yeah, basically.
Didn't have one.
Yeah, I don't know if he has one, but
I think there was only one.
I'm not gonna look through whatever it is. I'm not gonna identify each item. I'm just gonna remove it from him and pile somewhere in my backpack.
You
or
take
my
the
bag.
necklace.
Necklace?
No,
I know,
no,
we're
don't take
not touching that.
Oh, okay.
So wait, just to finish with this part. So Sas, as I said, you have the mask, you have the shield, you have the bag of holding that he has, and in the bag of holding, as you are now holding it in your hands, you can feel the presence of several objects.
Diamonds.
Jackpot. You guys go search the ship. Very important. And talk to
So,
the captain.
So I'm
You don't-
unequipping.
We know what he had. Come on.
I'm unequipping everything that Bob has on him.
No, let's just
I
say
mean-
he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, let's say just so that it removes all the bonuses and stuff, just in case. And,
Yeah, just click unequip.
And I'm going to send you the things that he has in the bag of holding in private right now.
Good.
Huge ape is really observing what Sus is doing.
There's
He
no idea
understands.
what's going on.
Of course we
No.
know. We're the only ones that
course.
actually knew everything that he had.
A small creature touches another small creature.
He is against the good. Why are you even working with him?
Oh,
Are you from the order as well?
what? Merchant's order? Tribe order?
Right. Or other orders? Any orders? Why are you working with this?
Of course, I am a member of famous free trading fleet of Tandori. Welcome on my ship. My name is Gavin.
Yeah, what were you transporting?
Captain
here?
Gavin.
Because we got reports that this was not really approved by the Duke. So you shouldn't be running away from the capital with these things that you have in here.
We don't have anything
realized-
of interest. Our job was to collect the person who hired us and transport. And I
You
can see
can't
that
really
you have a...
What you don't
What?
know. You should
We-
know what you're transporting.
We are transporting
we
a
sh-
person.
A person? We know you're transporting more than that.
Oh well. He make careful look around and says, yes, as a member of free trading fleet of Tandori, we transport many things. And maybe we can... how about we make a deal? I'm not gonna charge you for destruction of my ship and disruption of my trade route. I'm gonna just land you safely with my client, who unfortunately didn't warn us about potential ambushes on the way and promised absolute discretion and safety. And we'll be on our own ways. How about that?
We also need to take everything that you're transporting. It's not yours in the first place.
Do you really want to step on the feet of the free trading fleet of Tandori? Just because you're tiefling and he looks at you and then I recognize from which family you're coming from, it means ape shit in Tandori.
I'm not talking about Tandori, right? Like, I don't care about Tandori either. And I'm not gonna make
Okay.
you follow my instructions because I'm... should be your princess, actually, but yeah. No, it doesn't matter. It's all about doing the right thing. And you should know what you are transporting. You should not just transport anything, especially if it's against the Duke.
No, the Duke has no power in Tandori as well. Just like he has no power in Goktzin. You should know that.
That's too far away. So we're in this region. But yeah, just wait for my... who else is there? Does someone else want to say? Ask something. You were not gonna go to Tandori right now, right?
Oh, no. That wasn't our destination.
Well, what was your destination?
I think these things should stay between the client and the business owner, don't you think? Otherwise it ruins
Yeah,
business.
come on, there is no client anymore. Like, and you cannot deliver anything anymore. So what's the point?
What do you mean I cannot?
Fortune.
He is back in a
Lure
bit...
him back to the capital. Promised him, refunds.
He is
This-
standing very next to the controlling mechanism of the ship.
I mean, the range of a huge creature is huge, right?
You can still jump over him.
Sounds logical, yes.
Do I still have control over Farwald, like ape
No.
Farwald?
You Polo. As Polo is
Okay.
venturing down the cabins, you're checking the second and third lower decks of a ship, and you recognize that the ship has a crew of about 20 crewmates who do not have any weapons on them, as they mostly look like semi-naked and quite tan, and they were mostly waiting for what the action on the top of the deck ends with. They don't look like fighters to you. As you're passing through them, some of them are like, "Ooh!" like seeing a shadow and then not seeing it again. You know, you're so stealthy. And yeah, so as you're going through the deck, you notice that on the very bottom of it, there are several dozen crates, which look quite large, like probably double your size, and they're covered with leather aprons. Leather. I don't know what's the materials. What's the name of that word? But basically, they're covered. Something is tightly
But-
packed inside of them.
Covered in some type of textile, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Well, Paul was interested, of course. Crates, people store things in crates, like so. He gets close. He's careful but greedy, so he will try to understand what type of crates those are. Like, do they have a mechanism? Do they have like a lock? That type of thing. Like, he's not going to jump on top of it or something like this, but he's inspecting it very carefully.
Yeah, there is a fairly simple lock system there, and you feel that opening it would not be a challenge for you at all.
Then I open it.
Okay. And as you open this package, the very first thing you see is something is hanging from the top of this box. And as you look closely, you realize it's a hand.
A hand.
Yes.
It's hanging, so it's cut off the torso.
There are several dozens hands now as they are slowly hanging from left to right from a ceiling of that box. And from first, do you have a dark vision?
Yes.
Okay. So for you, for a first moment, you're kind of suspicious about what kind of packaging. You've seen a lot of kind of cruel shit in your life. But this takes you for a moment to freeze. But then you realize that those hands, they're not made of flesh. They are metal and wood, hanging in pairs, left and right.
Who needs hands? I mean,
Roll
artificial
investigation
hands.
for me.
Yeah. Here we go. I rolled a 2. So these
People
are
need hands.
definitely hands made for. Well, I can't even come up with something as stupid as a 2 roll.
So,
So Polo has a completely wrong idea of what this is for.
or absolutely no clue. He cannot think of why would hands be disconnected from a body, and why metal. Absolutely,
Useless. Polo's looking for the gold.
yeah. They don't look like gold. Yeah. So that's what happened on the bottom. Now back to Rave, and a captain. Sas is finishing his cleaning up and extinguishing the fires, so he is kind of coming back to the helm, standing not far away. What do you do? Am I missing? Am I disappearing? What do
I
want to
think
do?
you were. I didn't get the point of your sentence.
Okay, I said Sas finished his extinguishing of fires and came back to the helm.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Captain, we are landing, and I'm gonna tell him the address of our village. And I'm gonna point to the direction because I know the direction.
I really want to know where they were heading. Come on.
We will have a lot of time to talk with them once we land, right? In our private apartments in our village, specially designed for our guests.
As he hears this proposition, says, I'm afraid that would be too close to the capital, so I would need. I'm okay with dropping you out, but maybe just a bit further by the coast. And you can see that he covers a couple of levers.
I'm not allowing him to touch anything.
Wait. I want to try to charm him.
Go ahead.
I'm not hitting him. I'm just not allowing him.
No, just charm him. I want to try.
Okay.
Wisdom 19.
Yeah.
Damn. Those high-level spellcasters.
Let's see how wise he is.
He failed.
Okay. Hey, Captain. You understood what we said, right?
I mean, he was there, of course, the whole conversation. It's just now he kind of thinks about everything you say further in a different way. Until you do anything harmful to it. He sees the hand of Sas.
Let me help you. Just explain me briefly what should I press, and I will help you to steer the ship. You look so tired, you know.
And if you don't want a sudden loss of altitude, I wouldn't recommend you to pull this rope. And he points you at one of the rope. Other than that, I would rather not let any amateurs next to my beauty. But I can let you look. Maybe you can serve on my ship later on. You seem to be powerful build.
Yes, Captain. I would love to watch how you work.
Great. And then he looks back at Rafe and says, you know, I think we already got quite far, so maybe I can actually give you a lift to a place you want, but it just shouldn't be in the capital itself. That's places off limits.
Where else do we want to go?
So if you want to, Rafe, Sas, if you want to indicate the village, so that would be appropriate.
Why not village? Except all the Aasimars in the neighborhood will be there tomorrow. I mean, there's no other reasons not to go there.
Yeah, in our course of work, we often transport goods and services, and you seem to be quite friendly, at least for now. Feels towards certain sympathy. Even though my beauty has suffered some damage, and this ape, I hope he's not gonna make a mess right here on the top of the deck.
I mean, we have like a little bit of time.
Howard should be eating something or do something. He sees all those little minions, you know, squeaking around and talking or doing anything.
He's grappled to his prey of Bob and not letting it go.
And not eating it.
No, he's not eating him. But he's also not throwing him, so.
Not yet. Let's think. Where can we hide a ship? I mean, we want this ship, right?
No, I don't want a ship.
Polo comes back
I'll
to
kill
the
ships.
top of the ship.
No,
And
Polo still wanted to do something down there.
okay, go ahead, Polo.
There were several crates, right?
Yes.
Or was... Yes, so he would like keep looking around and see if he finds anything of interest.
As you're looking around, you realize that another crate contains similar looking hanging legs made out of metal and wood from a top. And
no.
in the
Then we
next
have an-
crates, you see a bunch of boxes with a small details of unknown reasons, of unknown kind of texture, quality, and meaning, which don't make any sense. The last thing you've seen something like this was in the shop of Clockwork.
Shop of Clockwork? Who's Clockwork?
Donodan.
Who's the name? What's the
nearby.
name of a person who repairs watch?
Ah, the watchmaker, I think.
Okay, let's call it a watchmaker.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So we have an artificer around here, or we had one, or maybe Bob is now one. That is interesting.
Okay, we're gonna go and meet one. That's why we should
Yeah.
know where they were heading.
So Polo thinks that's very suspicious. I mean, the hands, he didn't really care so much about the hands. That was just weird and uninteresting. But all those body parts, I think he would use those last spell slot.
They were
Cast.
all metal and wood.
Oh.
If you missed that part.
No.
Okay.
But actually, he would cast Detect Magic as a ritual spell. He wants to understand if there's anything magical around here.
Yes, as you are going through several of the crates, you recognize there is a small box, chest box, and this is the only thing which has an extra layer of illusion. And it strongly emanates with a necromancy school of magic.
But there's still like bars made out of
Yes.
some type of metal.
Yes.
Necromancer metal. What the hell? Okay, I think Polo keeps them for now, but
Yeah, there are a couple dozens of them.
he puts them in the bag of holding.
Okay.
And he's gonna ask Farwald about it because Farwald knows not about necromancy stuff once he's back to his senses.
Okay, back to Rave for Sus. So, tell us your plan. What do you want to say to Captain? As the Captain slowly starts shouting his crew back to the posts and asking them to clear out the corpses and clear out the rubble. Trying to fix the right wing.
Right. I suggest we go to
No.
the private land of ours.
What do we do there?
Whatever we want.
We don't have nothing to do there.
I mean, we're thinking about the Griffin Express thingy. We have a ship now. That's an upgrade.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to fight these people anymore. I just want to know where they were going and have nothing else to do with them. But
We can
the
sell
out
this.
was still no. SAS has enough things that we can sell.
What things? What do you mean?
Not again. We already sold very good items at some point and regretted it. Not again.
Whatever
That's-
is in the bag of holding of Bob.
I'm gonna quietly say to Rafe that Rafe, this is our ship now. And those people are
I'm
slavers.
not gonna fight them.
No, it's
Quietly?
Okay. Just yes, I can speak in her ear. You know.
I don't care about pirates. I mean, these are not the big families. The Divalier is already dead.
We'll
just
find a
wanted to
new
have
captain.
clues.
We'll find a new crew. We'll unload the ship. We'll fix it. We have a lot of people in our village. You know, it's good for trade. It's good to have a ship.
They didn't do anything wrong to me. Like,
They wanted to kill you. What do you mean? You just burned 50 of them in a fireball.
yeah.
You
but
think they're
it was
gonna
just because we
let
just
you go?
wanted to stop Bob.
You want all the people in Tandoori know that the Epicus are enemies of the free trader fleet and the murderers, and you know
Because
all
what
of
happens
that.
if we kill them now? It's gonna be even
Nothing
worse.
happens. Another ship missing on a secret mission.
I'm not fighting them.
Okay, I
But
will fight them.
you
Just
can
let
lead
us
them.
reach. Let us
You can
reach
lead them.
the village. Yeah, just
No,
lead them
I
to
don't
the
care about
village.
ships.
They are lost now. They lost their leaders. They don't know what to do. They need order. Someone to tell them what to do.
Yeah, we cannot even distinguish, you know, one tiefling or another. No one will recognize. You can be the captain.
Then you be the captain. I don't care about leading.
Not the
A
tiefling.
blind captain.
Yes.
Go this way. No, I mean that way.
I know the directions. I have this magical item.
I know the way blindly.
Yes.
That's a proverb in German.
Right, I'm
I guess
trying
it doesn't work in
to
English.
convince you to bring the ship to the village. Whatever happens afterwards, you may not be part of. But I'm not letting those people know. They are working or they are somehow involved. They're not going away. The problem is I cannot
We're
steal
gonna
the
burn
ship.
everything they wanted to transport. Like, that was clear. They're not taking
No.
that.
We are taking all of that.
We either destroy it, throw it to the sea, we take it in a way. I don't care about things. I mean, they should not transport them anymore. That's it. And we should know where they were heading.
Yes, we will definitely destroy everything as soon as we land in the village. Yes, I will ask my people from the church to come and take everything away and burn it in a sacred place.
How many people do you have? You have people from your
Like-
dojo, you have people from your church. Like what
And
are
like,
we
if
coming
Ray
back
would
to?
ever trust Saz on anything he says.
I mean, who wouldn't trust the sus person?
We spend some money to have some people. What's wrong? You spend some money to have some items.
So the captain says, well, where should I give you a lift where we would be departing on the good terms? Am I right? He looks at Rafe.
Let's go to the village. For me, it's 100 steps back and more leeway for the equalizer to do whatever he was planning to do next, with or without Bob and these things. Because we're not heading to where he is hiding. We're trying to plan things.
Bob
We're always
knows
coming
where
back to the
he's-
stupid village. I mean,
The captain
Fair
doesn't know
point.
shit.
But fair point. What's the main quest? What did we send? What did we go out to do in the first place?
The Bob is the main quest. What are you gonna do here with him on a ship that's falling apart?
and we're gonna
You're
put
gonna
him in your
interrogate
jail
him?
that you're already building that we didn't know about.
What do you think? I'm not building a jail for a powerful wizard that I'm chasing for? What do you think I am building? A church?
This is
A
a Bob
dojo?
prison.
Obviously. It has
Sounds
3
nice.
meters of lead walls. Impenetrable for any kind of magic. And the lead cuffs and, you know, all of that. Sound isolation chambers.
we can
Oh,
go to your
I mean,
village
you
if
can
have
just
a
wake
plan.
the Bob up and convince him to tell you everything. You know, maybe it'll work. Try charming Bob.
It's of course not. It will never work. I would only use this
Why
on parrots,
not?
which is what I've always used it on.
The Bob is not very wise, but he pulled the cards.
Okay, but fair enough. Maybe we don't have to decide right now what we do with the ship, but we should decide first what do we do with Bob. We don't know what he's even doing here, right? So we need to find that out. Either we ask him, which will be more tough, or we ask the captain, which will also be tough, or we ask the crew, which will be easy. But in case of doubt, we can always, you know, we can convince them. We have the means. And we need to have like an idea what to do before Bob wakes up. Because the moment he wakes up, he's gonna do some magic shit.
Ropes. Put him in a barrel. In one of the boat holdings. I don't know.
In a barrel. I mean,
I'm just thinking about like pirate stuff, right?
In the canon, yes.
I mean,
Okay.
we should
Yeah.
maybe actually manacle him. I mean, he's gagged for now and he's restrained by the ape. But how about we properly manacle him so that he cannot do anything, and we blindfold him too.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and that's a start. And while we do that, we can maybe think, who do we ask in order to find out what this is all about? I mean, we know he has Duvalier's soul, so he extracted Duvalier's soul. I think the moment Polo comes up, he tells you, without telling the captain, of course, he tells you telepathically what he saw downstairs. It's full of weird hands and feet, and he remembers Brask. So probably Polo has an idea that it might be artificial stuff, actually.
Like an
Construct.
army.
Maybe Brask is back. Someone maybe resurrected him.
Maybe he had more
Maybe.
officers in the
Actu-
team.
Yeah, and that kind of stuff. So Polo's sharing his thoughts with the party.
Yes, so Polo is back on the top of the next on the helm, and everybody knows about his findings. Are you telling them about what you found in Strongbox?
I know. I think Polo waits for now. Let's see what we do with the ship.
Okay.
Actually, he waits for Favo to come back to his normal form. Favo probably knows most about necromancy at this point. No point asking the others.
So, my lady, where are we headed to?
I only heard one suggestion. Someone wants to go to the village. Nobody else proposed something, so. Do we have enough time to
Go
get
to
to the
the
village before
famous,
Bob somehow escapes?
Bob's, tavern of the Great Wizard.
But that's in the
Go
middle of a
anywhere.
town.
High Lakes, yes.
Yes. We can go to the, how it's called, the pit of...
Yeah, the Pit of
Yeah.
Malice. I thought about a way to hide the ship. I mean, there.
How are you gonna transport the ship to the Pit of Malice? I don't think it's near the water.
We fly right into the Pit of Malice.
Yes.
Oh, you mean
We have a flying ship, right?
It's not hovercraft.
Airship. Okay, let's think.
Danver,
this for a
no.
moment.
The ship gets confiscated right away.
Yeah, thanks for bringing this to your Royal Majesty.
Yeah.
5 coins for your troubles. No, we don't.
Any kind of officials will just, stop, scum. You've violated the law, and we confiscate your ship. So that's why our village is no one will confiscate from us in our own village, or whatever you can go to your homeland, Rafe. Whatever. This ship flies fast.
But Rafe had a point earlier, like the main quest. What is the Equalizer doing? Maybe we want to move into the direction of the Equalizer. Maybe this is a chance we have in order to make up for lost time. But maybe this is a very bad idea because we transport back Bob back to him anyways.
We
So,
found
just
your
tossing out that list.
electrolyzer. Here's the Bob back.
Thank you.
Now surrender. We need to get the necklace off the Bob, no? Or what, are you gonna keep him manacled for the next 100 years?
Sure.
I mean,
He's gonna escape. A few flying, guys with the swords, Asimars, and he's gonna escape.
Yeah, that's true. Like, His Highness knows where Bob is, probably. We're being tracked. Let's not fly to the village. They'll raid our village. We
Who
don't want
cares?
that. Hey, come on, you have a
Peasants.
followership. Okay.
They had a good life.
Okay,
2
how do we
months.
get off the necklace from Bob without killing him?
yeah, we never learned
Call
that.
call Necrolyzer, or not Electro. Call your god. Maybe he has, some free giveaway stuff.
The ape doesn't know what you're talking about. What's that god?
I forgot the name now.
We need like a
Electron, of
potion
course.
of
Ah,
non-waking
Necron.
up. Rafe, can you make a potion so the Bob will never wake up? He will fucking sleep for a week.
Let's
Like a
go, boys.
parliament sleeping potion.
You can do potion, yeah. Poison.
You are the alchemist. Huh?
You wanna turn him into Sleeping Beauty?
Yes. Gonna put him in a... I think it doesn't work if the person is unconscious. Whatever, it's crying. It only works if the person is conscious. If it's unconscious, you cannot target the person.
No, it's not a condition.
You
It
should-
doesn't matter if the object is conscious, unconscious, doesn't matter. I mean, Fabot could try to remove curse from the necklace once he comes back.
Didn't we try already that once?
Did we? I don't
A
know.
long time ago when I had my necklace on?
That was level 3 remove curse, it didn't work. But maybe if you cast it like a level 5 or 7,
Yeah, maybe it's a bit.
because you're doing it at max level. I don't know, Rafe, what are we doing?
I don't know where we're going.
Brains.
Gonna make some tea then.
Mission isn't stealing the ship, right? Like,
Ah, there's a
we came to
zombie.
the ship.
Yeah, the zombie guy will take care of Bob. He will just carry him everywhere in a barrel. Just put the barrel on the
Okay, that
zombie's
works.
back.
Yeah.
This is a mega zombie from Azimar.
I mean,
Hmm.
why did we get into the ship in the first place?
Why?
Yes.
Rafe
We're
is
very
sus.
territorial.
She's really sus at the moment. Like she doesn't want to move the main quest.
It's not the main quest. You just want to collect big objects, taking them from people that didn't do anything wrong to
So
you.
the Bob is not the main quest.
They're
What is?
pirates. They don't follow
Yeah, but-
any laws.
yeah.
They're savages. They are not civilized. They rule in anarchy, and they take whenever they want, and they plunder. They are chaos.
Says the
Those
headhunter.
Isn't there? Yes.
I mean, it's a persuasion, right? It's of course trying to appeal to Rafe's lawfulness.
Don't
Hmm.
start stealing ships. Come on. I'm not a thief.
Not stealing it. We're...
I just kill people, but I don't steal ships.
I kill people, but I don't steal ships.
How about stealing people? I mean, killing ships was never a problem, right?
I mean, if the captain had been here in this floor and had remained here, we would have killed him, yes, because we would have had like a reason for that. It didn't happen, so the situation's gone.
They almost killed your horse, and they almost killed Gaki, and they almost
they-
killed
They
The
actually
horse
didn't
was actually
kill.
Bob, I
Kaflik.
think.
Polo.
No, it was shot with a arc ballista, and actually it was dead. They succeeded. Okay,
Wait,
why
if
is
you want
decision
to,
making
you can
so
steal
hard?
it, but not from me.
Rafe
I cannot
is
do
a-
that.
The party leader. I don't know. Somehow
Okay.
she's a party leader.
Telepathically, Paul is talking to Sus, since he understands that this whole conversation is not really fruitful on Rafe's soil.
Revolt.
How about we don't tell Rafe that we steal the ship? We just need to give her a reason that makes sense, and then we move it somewhere, and then we keep looking into
Yeah,
things.
we're just gonna tell that we let them go, and and then they got lost in the woods. And the ship.
We don't need to kill
forgot
them.
the
and we don't need to kill them. And first of all, we need them to fly the ship. So let's be more careful about that.
You can find flying ship captains. We have a flying sausage captain in a Denver. He knows how to steer a ship.
But how about
Didn't even
you?
steal that one, the easy one. You wanna steal this one?
I agree with Paula's way of thinking. Yes.
And it is just thinking. Rafe does not hear all of this. So, but don't kill them. We need them. Watch the captain. Watch how he navigates the ship.
There's much better way of using people than murder. Yes, I agree.
Exactly.
While they're alive.
Yes. Sometimes after that. too.
Arval disagrees.
They could be. Farmelt is a monkey. No.
He can still he's still shaking his huge head. Like Well, that's against the monkey principles. No. Okay. So where do we go?
Great. We need a rest. We need to talk to Bob. We need to talk to Captain.
Yes, we need
What
to
is the
know.
best place nearby? Our own village, where we have a doctor, we have a supply, we have money, we have everything. We're not gonna land in the embassy with this ship, right? In the Denver. It's gonna be
You
weird.
heard what they said, right?
They said they're gonna
Just
drop
gonna-
us in a village.
Yeah, they're just gonna drop us there and they're gonna continue and that's it.
Yeah, but they will
So
spend the
we never
night
know
in
where they were
our
going,
nice
everything.
tavern, and they will be
And
on their
then-
way.
And then we're still where we were before, and the whole point of getting on the ship is lost because we didn't find any clues other than just keeping Bob.
Yes. Remember
clues are we-
what your it's early morning now, and the whole night started with green lights in the sky.
Yeah, actually, maybe we should just think about the main plot. If there's green light, then that means that's bad. Something's happening. So maybe.
There is something happening right now. Yeah.
So maybe we should use this ship to prevent whatever's happening from happening. Maybe. As I said before, maybe this is our way to catch up with time. Catch up with the main plot that's been going on and we didn't care.
I don't see any green lights.
Wait, but Polo understood where the green light came from. Where did it come from? though?
Duvalier mansion was a green light. The Bob green lighted
Right.
the Duvalier and was escaping on a ship.
But like all the green lights throughout the whole city just to Duvalier.
And why just
Seems like an
why
overkill.
Duvalier and not a nobody? Like it could have been someone else that nobody even knew. Like
Yeah.
it was just an experiment, right?
Polo has an idea, like. So he was collecting, but he speaks telepathically because the captain's still around, but he speaks to the whole party. So the guy was Bob was extracting the soul from over there, and I saw these mechanical hands and whatnot. They were probably thinking about planting the soul in that, Maybe that's it. Then again, why? I don't know. But we need to find out where Bob wanted to go. Because that's where the real stuff is happening.
Then just charm Bob and ask him.
Why don't we? No, we charmed the captain. We already charmed the captain.
Doesn't
Let's
know
ask the
anything.
captain.
Yeah, he knows where.
He's a taxi driver.
He needs
Yes,
to
but
know
he
where the
knows
taxi
he was
goes.
going. Yeah.
Captain is like, Sir Bob, where are we going? Go east. Yes. that's all he knows. He's not gonna know, go to the mountain Fuji, 300 meters above the sea. There's a secret entrance to the underground base. You have to knock 5 times on the door. He's the captain of the ship.
There are coordinates. He knew, like, okay, this place, I know where it is.
Okay, you do stuff. But
So Polo turns to the side, like as if he just had a thought. Captain, how about in good faith, you would just continue the journey as it should have been, like the original destination. So you don't have any trouble, we don't have any trouble. It would be the easiest solution for everybody. Just where exactly were you going?
We were heading just across the coast, low enough at first, and then going further and further to the north. That's what you're asking. And actually, I like your solution very much.
Ah, so that must be the direction of Engard. Is that correct? I'm a city person. Help me out here.
Correct. That would be across the channel though, but we would first keep to our side.
Mm-hmm. Why would we keep to our side first? Is there a reason?
Oh, sometimes the wind is too strong in the
Okay.
open waters. And with the current damages, I would like to limit our exposure to minimum.
Okay, so that means we would pass the lighthouse. Guys, we remember the lighthouse of Aquablade.
Yep.
So we would fly across that, and we would also fly. What is that thing next to? Wait, there's something new on the map. Just above the Pit of Malice. What is that?
Right
I guess you can
below the Pit of Malice is your village.
But
Right-
above the Pit of Malice.
Right
and
above
right...
is something else.
Oh.
You never really cared about
Yeah.
object on the maps, so you wouldn't know just like that what's there. Even because you're local to Denver, you're local to the city, but not in the area.
I heard at some point people talking that there was something, I just can't quite recall what it is. Like Polo would describe the coordinates to the captain. Wasn't there something like a city or so? Just trying to find the easiest route here.
Oh, that's a former town called in the nation. It's called Lower Lakes. It kind of got mostly abandoned after the High Lakes has got their own canal towards the canal, and became more populous, and people were mostly living there. Yeah, it was mostly populated back in time, long time ago. Quite a lot of miners were living there. Some of them were even working in the Pit of Malice. If you heard of such place.
Yes, right. Lots of despair. People don't go there anymore. Yeah, I heard of the place. Yep. Very sad. Okay. So do we agree? Do we go the original route? Does that make sense to everybody?
So to follow the path makes sense. But then we're gonna be transporting Bob also to the place where he needed to go. And how do we make sure that these things that we're transporting don't?
We can also just keep Bob drunk, you know? We can just force him to be drunk all the time. That would probably be a... I mean,
How
that
do
would
we do
impede
that?
his wizardry. No, we just force feed him whatever liquor we have. We manacle him, we gag him, we blind him. Think of Vani. We're good at this. And we can put him in a barrel. So we can bind him, manacle him, and then we put him in a barrel so he cannot move at all. Only thing to be seen would be his head. So we can talk to him. That's kind of brutal.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's an option.
Question though. We have a several-day journey ahead. How long can you charm the captain?
1 hour.
How many spell slots do you have? Something like 72?
No.
we need a plan. Like,
I still have 2 more, so we have like 2 more hours, maybe, if everything
okay.
still fails.
So first of all, Polo would put into action what he was just like thinking about. You know, he would manacle Bob if someone has like special manacles, anti-magic, great, but he takes normal ones as well. You know,
We never bought those, right? Like, but we need those type of manacles. We should buy them somewhere. But I don't think.
Yeah,
we
but-
have.
so Polo would bind the feet and the legs of Bob so he cannot really move. He would, I mean, Bob is already gagged, but he would also blindfold him and put him in a barrel. And since he's bound, he cannot really stand up from it.
Okay.
Oh wait, wasn't there something about Farwell's shield? Didn't he tell us about this? The ceremony spell. I think we need the real Farwell back.
The sunrise. DM said something about sunrise. Shield work at sunrise. It has boost to shielding. Sas reminds to Farwell.
Yeah, as Paula finishes all the procedures over the body of Bob, Farwell returns back to his original form. And he first he's commanding to a zombie, Foo! Don't do anything, and just commands him to sit next to one of the barrels. They're like, "Arr." Yep. As the sun is rising, the ship is also gaining some altitude, slowly but surely. Farwell is looking at his shield as you are considering that and asking, did you mean the atonement possibility?
The atonement possibility, this one spell. Which is about switching alignment.
Yeah, it's you touch one willing creature whose alignment has changed.
Willing.
We need to make him wanted. We need to charm Bob.
I can try
How
to
does it
charm him.
work?
You know,
Hey
if I
guy, we're
try
gonna
to
change
charm
your
him-
alignment. Agree to that.
No, I mean I charm him and then he's friendly and then he will be willing to do what we want, right? Like, or it doesn't.
I mean,
work
he needs
that
to be
way.
willing to be touched, or he needs to be willing to change alignment.
Willing to change the alignment.
Ah, what?
Well,
How's that?
And
work?
we need to charm him like big time.
Yeah.
But I think it's dominate person is what we need. Charming
Pretend
does-
you are the electrolyzer, servant,
Mm.
and maybe he wouldn't, he doesn't know to which alignment he's gonna change. I mean, he doesn't know to which one. He just needs to be willing to change it. Whatever, do something. It's
okay,
your
I-
shield.
Question to you. So, if we go on a short pause, 5 minutes, Gerhard, will we be back? Yes or no?
No, I need a 20 minutes break.
Okay, because for me, I will have a hard stop at 11. So, just saying.
Yeah, but I need something like a 20-ish minute break now. I need to make a call.
Okay, so, I mean, you can also write down your plans, but let's go on some 5 minutes break, then we're back, and then we're until live until 11.
Alrighty. Cool.
Okay. As players are coming back from the break, thanks everybody for joining in the episode number 127. The party has finished their fight on the top of the massive airship, and we're currently deciding what to do next as the ship slowly drifts towards the north along the coast of Denver Bay. If you look at the map, they're currently located not far away where the letter V is by the coast, and soon they might be approaching a place called Lighthouse Aquablade, where their characters have been about 60 episodes ago. Yep. I wonder if some of our regulars have joined us today or not, but considering they didn't write anything, so probably nothing. Other than that, if anyone is here, happy to chat about the game, D&D in general, while the players are coming back from the break. Also want to say thank you to our latest follower, Charlie Xavier D&D, and Dark Avalanche Ninja X Gamer. Thank you. Slowly getting to our goal of 50 followers. And you're back.
Mhm.
Okay, Rave is back. Very good. Did Sebastian... Okay, El Baco. Did Sebastian join us today? No? Write him.
I don't think so. He said he would if he had time, but I don't think he has yet.
Okay. So, as Polo is going some call, we're gonna continue for now without. So the crew is slowly trying to clean up the deck of their dead and trying to do some minor repairs. Of course, it's not on the top shape, and the captain is barking some orders. Rafe and Sass and Polo are still standing there on the helm with the rest of the party, as Core is looking around and asks, looking in the unconscious body of Bob, do you think he is a lost cause, or we can do something for him?
We don't want to think that he's a lost cause, otherwise we would have healed him. I mean, he still has the things that we collected together, right? Like, that has to mean something.
That he keeps on the resources that are available to him.
Maybe he could have gotten like a lot more powerful things from his new lead.
But
Sure,
to my
it was the only way. It was the only way to penetrate the electrolyzer's inner circle, is to become one of them.
to my
So it was all the
experience,
great plan.
Eh,
Jackson turns and says, to my experience with Master Bob, he did seem more cunning than I've met him last time. Maybe that was where his gifts from your enemy.
Does any of you know any methods to, get people back?
Gaki is looking around. You think he has an addiction? I have a suggestion.
No, I don't think it's that cocky, but it's okay. It looks a little bit like that because it's too extreme, but it's a completely different thing,
I mean, some flogging maybe would do him some good. Oh, I promised. Okay, he Farward looks attentively at what she just said, and like I'm not.
Okay. I mean, I have.
She
yeah,
blushes.
Okay. Never mind. Has that helped? No, never mind. Yeah. Let's not talk about that topic.
She looks at your whip. Yes.
Okay, so we don't know.
Sas, where is your camera?
Soon. Sas is blind, so you see Sas's vision. Point of view camera.
Because we also haven't really talked much about the necklaces for some time. Maybe Kuo knows how to remove them now. Who knows? After all of these months.
Yeah, I'm gonna look through their possibilities now. You can continue your discussion.
So Bob, he did the only possible thing, to undermine the electrolyzer efforts. If you cannot beat them, join them. So he did it for us.
But
You
Now
can
we
see
need to
how
save him.
Jackson carefully comes and kind of waits in his hand the amulet on the neck of Bob. And he is trying to check it out. He rolled 20.
4.
Wait. That's was wrong. This one.
Oh,
Actually, 22 even.
Artificer's lore. Okay.
He carefully examines the necklace on him and says, I can clearly see how bidirectional the flow of energy in this item is. How intricate it's linked to a life force of somebody who is wearing it. Yeah, taking it off would definitely be a bad idea. Or breaking it.
Yeah, so you understand how it works. Would you understand how to build something that would repel that effect? Or
My hands were not made for building. I have some knowledge of my people that sometimes come in handy, but my polearm, this is something that I dedicated my life to. And of course, the embassy. Serve to leave. Leave to serve.
So that was Jackson speaking, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
That's his first time touching the amulet, so that was his first impressions.
I mean, but if he has this artificer's thing, maybe he would understand what the rest of the things in the boxes do. But if it's really linked to the artificer's work. No? Or someone wants to hide these things for some reason.
That's a good guess.
We haven't seen them, right? Like
You only heard
Paula.
the report from Paula, yeah.
I don't see why we would hide it from Jackson. I think we can trust Jackson. As long as we don't go against the embassy, we can trust Jackson.
Right, like stealing ships, right? Like
That's not going against the embassy.
of
Stealing
course
the
not.
embassy, he wouldn't like that.
Also remember
Nobody's
who he
listening.
works for.
Quo. So who's Quo?
And
The Duke, basically. No. I don't know. Who does he work for? I thought his was just the
So-
embassy in Quo.
He's snitching on Duke. That's why he was always in the embassy.
Not to the Duke, but that's information that the characters basically know because he does work on Helena.
What? Jackson? No way.
Da, 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 da.
Jackson works with Helena?
Of course, that's an embassy building. It's a matter of secret services. She was visiting your. She was visiting the embassy several times, and yeah, it wasn't a secret basically that he has a relationship with them.
Well, but it was like on behalf of the Duke, but not necessarily in cooperation with the embassy, right? Like, but okay.
Yeah, we also just thought they're like
Yeah, he's-
respectable guests.
Yeah, his current boss, he is dedicated to the cause of the embassy, basically, and he was assigned to do whatever he do. He supports Quo as much as he can, but let's say the relationship with Kirinel go down, and somebody else would take over the building. Another ally.
Okay. What do we know about Helena? Is she in prison? I think so, right? Something like this.
She was gonna
She-
go to trial, right?
She was already trialed and found guilty. And she is in desperate search for money.
Nobody has money. No.
For the destroyed ship of Duvalier.
Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't do that. So
We could bring her this other ship. Maybe that helps.
will you give her the ship?
I mean, for now, I don't know anything else to do, and it was good to be in Helena's favor back then, right?
Back then, yes, but now she's.
What is she now? She's
So I
fired.
can fix your memories if you want. Because there was quite a detailed description of what has happened with her. Do you need help?
always.
Give me a second. Okay, so the latest news you've heard was that she was found responsible for destruction of Concordia. She found guilty. Now faces a staggering sum of 200,000 gold for compensation. The Tora Kondio was also found guilty of arson of Temple of Anikron. Now she must pay for reconstruction, establish a new Temple of Anikron and Ironwood. Helena's position as a lead of Sandkeepers temporarily revoked, and Duke is currently in control of Sandkeepers. Yep. Therefore, that's why you lost the access to Bubble. Because all of her agents were also temporarily suspended. Those personal people she worked directly with.
But we were the best agents. Come on, we shouldn't be.
So Amor is somewhere out there jobless. Right?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, so maybe we just don't tell Jackson for now about the hands on this third level. Just until we figured
Wait,
out
why?
if... Because he'll tell it
Why?
to Helena. And we don't know what that means.
No, I
Um,
don't think that he will because he is into the leadership that is there, right? Like I don't think that he would still follow her when she is not responsible for something anymore. I don't think that it's about like
Um,
friendship. I think it's more about rules.
True.
I think it could be about
Like me-
loyalty too, right?
I don't
Like
know. I
he
don't know.
knows.
He's quite lawful.
Okay, then he reports directly to the Duke, so we don't tell him. I mean, we can tell them later if we. I think it's a good idea, but for now we don't
So-
understand if it's good.
So
or
you
bad.
have a Bob and his body and information from Bob problem and his alignment. That's one direction you need to solve. Second one, you have a ship and everything that's related to the ship. The cargo, the crew. This is the second problem to decide. And third one, the direction you're heading to and what do you do next. So try to address one of those problems. Sus?
Yeah, he's there.
Are you?
Hmm.
Well, I mean, at the end, what is we know that SAS exists.
Imagine
because-
what a few fireballs from a flying ship can do to another Concordia.
What, do we want to
200,000
destroy
they
another
say,
ship?
for a shitty ship. Why not?
You're thinking
Duvalier
about
is dead.
that? Because those were not one of the three problems we have.
That's another
That
one
will
he
prove
made.
that that
and
the
added to the
Helena
list.
is not the person responsible for the ships.
But I mean, thinking about it, like Helena is totally bankrupt because she was accused of having destroyed the Concordia. That
Yeah,
was
this
like
is
in,
sus.
yeah, but this was like a normal, average, water ship. We have a flying ship. How much more worth would that be? That's insane, insanely expensive. Like, and if if a water ship was enough to make Helena bankrupt, then a
That
flying
was a
ship-
court ruling, you know.
Yes, scam.
Mhm.
So emotional damage, 199,000 and 1,000
Yeah,
for ship.
It's just to charge something, yeah.
Okay.
But why would the court rule against
High
its own
families.
government entity? But it's the Duke's court.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
had
but-
the feeling that the Duke is.
Holy War. Pardo versus Anacron, remember?
That as well.
Ah, yes, that was the problem. moment.
Right. the
Someone
Holy
killed
War.
2 paladins. 2 paladins in the bushes. And then the
Yeah,
Helena went
man.
to the prison.
I don't know what you're
200K.
talking about. Like, no one ever saw these paladins again. Like, maybe they just
Yes.
left. We don't know what happened to them.
They changed
You
their
got
alignment.
confessed, right? You came clean to us, I think.
To you, not to me. Yes, I don't know.
No, I
Rafe
think
knows.
you also told me about the paladins back then.
But
was-
then there comes the fractured memory.
I think
Okay.
we did, and I was very disappointed. But at the end, what could we do?
I say we take
fractured
the ship
memories?
for ourselves. We take
who
the
knows
Bob
about the
to the
paladins?
village. And what was the third problem? And the Helena,
Helena is not
we
a
break
problem.
her free, just because it's
It's
fun.
not a problem.
Honestly, I like the idea, but what makes that us? If we break someone free from prison, that makes us outlaws, and they'll hate us. And no way
Then
they
we are
not
the
gonna
pirates
understand who
now.
did it.
We have
Yes.
a pirate ship already.
I can't be a
Kings for the
pirate. I
win.
have politics.
Yes. Arr, no.
That sounded too good. Like, sorry guys, like I already planned politics. Like I'm out for
Alright.
this one.
Too tired of this. We're going to
Let-
Tantora.
Let's do the pirate next time when I'm done with the politics. Okay, so we actually didn't address any of the problems. So,
Oh, What do we do with Bob?
So let's think about. We cannot do all of those three things at the same time. We need to focus on one thing. So Bob is a
Charm Bob.
ticking. Bob is a ticking time bomb. Either we make him change alignment, or we make sure that he cannot do anything to us. But we should not keep him in this state. Something will happen, and he will take advantage.
Yeah, he's strong. Yeah.
So we need to deal
Sure.
with Bob. Either we kill him, or we change his alignment, or we find a very good prison for him and hope he doesn't get out and doesn't find us again. Which I doubt will happen. Because there will be tons of Azimars coming to his help. Maybe. Probably, yes. So. What do we
Yes,
do
the
with
Bob
Bob?
is the biggest problem. Is a ship can wait like a day or two. Helena can also wait a month.
What about the main
Bob?
quest, though? How long can the main quest wait?
The Bob is the main quest.
No.
So we need to figure out. No.
Bob is part of the main quest, but we think about Bob as, you know, freeing Bob, getting the
He
real
knows
Bob
where
back.
the electrolyzer is,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah,
knows how to use altar, and he knows soul magic because he performed the ritual in the city. What else do you need to? He's the guy that knows everything. He was undercover agent all this time. He just forgot he was an undercover agent. He's-
He was.
How-
Are you
how do-
confirming? Are you confirming that he was?
Are you trusting us?
No, I don't know if it's us talking or like some,
just need to
narrator
remind the
voice,
Bob
like-
who he was.
Okay, how can we remind? I mean, we can sit there and, you know, talk about the good old times. Remember, Bob, when we had a tavern in? I know that was after. Shit.
Yeah, but
No,
we also have
but-
the carrot. Do we have the carrot?
Maybe the ring of protection. What about the
We
ring
have it,
of
yes.
protection? The one ring. One ring
saw
to
that.
rule them all.
Yeah.
We have it,
So-
yes.
So we can cook carrot soup, maybe. We can show him the ring and maybe even put it on his finger. Who knows? We can tell him how great a person he is and how we like him, even though he's less intelligent, but we don't care because it's inner values, right?
Doesn't
We
he
can
have
remind him about his
one of these
parents.
tiny huts?
I
Tiny
mean,
huts.
we
can
either
make a
change
tiny hut.
alignment
So
or we
can also
remove
sit together.
the necklace. Two ways, right?
I mean, removing necklace is insta-kill,
Not necessary.
but very likely.
In a human, yes.
I see human.
Yes.
So, just food for thought. Like, this necklace is bound somewhat to Bob. Maybe to his soul. Who knows?
Yes.
So, it so happens we do have another soul. Just imagine, this necklace needs a soul. What about we exchange Bob's soul for Duvalier's soul and we bind Duvalier to the necklace instead?
And how
Just
do we
tossing
do
around
that?
ideas. I don't know.
Yes.
Step by step.
Okay, a theoretical.
So-
yes.
So we kill Bob, we extract his soul, we put Duvalier's soul into Bob's body, then we take the necklace off. It triggers
Oh.
Duvalier's soul to disappear, and then we put the Bob's soul back into the Bob's body.
No.
That's what
DM, that
No,
sounds
No, let's not kill Bob. That was not part of the plan.
no.
The idea
That's
is, I don't know,
perfect.
we find some type of agreement with the necklace,
Do
like
you
in a way like,
remember?
hey,
What
have
happened
another
with
soul for
Mr.
you.
Wolf?
Yes. Evaporation.
I mean, this necklace thing, it seems like a type of a pact, you know? Those people are
It is.
probably they should all be dead, but they're somehow bound to stay in this reality, and they pay a price, and which is probably their soul. So maybe we can make another pact with this necklace. Hey, we got another soul for you. Why don't you take this one and leave that one free? Just as an idea. I have no clue how to do it, but
Ask your electrolyzer. Maybe he can do it.
my electrolyzer?
Your god of
Electrolyzer.
souls.
I mean, we can all try to talk to our gods for some time and ask them, hey, how can we get Bob back? Because we need him in order to stop the electrolyzer. Hey, actually, yeah, because that's what our gods want too, right? Maybe not all of them, but the good ones.
I mean, we can say that next time we go to a Koso temple, we're gonna throw Bob to the flames.
But then we never go to the temple, right?
No, I meant to do that. Yes.
Sometimes Rave has those sparks of genius, yes? They just...
Nobody follows them though.
I
We
mean,
never
it-
kill
it-
people. We
I
burn
mean,
them.
it might work, like, right? It's not a bad idea. It's just, do we want to kill
So-
Bob?
So we have few ways if we talk to deities to get rid of the necklace. Otherwise, there's not really a quick way. You know, we cannot do a research for a year how to remove it.
Unless we find someone who did the research.
Yeah,
No
I'm
one
pretty
did
sure
this.
high level clerics, I don't know, specialize in that.
We kidnap high-level cleric and force him to do it.
Let's go back
Why
to the
not?
monastery. Back to the monastery. Different mission this time. Conquer the monastery.
They only had like level 6 or whatever, like a small dude.
Yeah, but
That
that
can-
sounds more useful. They can do stuff we can't.
I
There
think
will
they
be
can.
no soul to resurrect. That's the problem.
I think what they can do, what they're very good is destroy necromancy and everything similar. I'm not so good. I'm not so sure if they are good at understanding it.
But it
Yeah,
would
that's a
be
that's a
the-
necklace way. What about
Yeah.
changing alignment? Bob can be a good guy, but with a bad necklace. That's not a problem. Then
But
he
the
just
thing is, we
remembers who he is.
We need to better understand what the necklace actually does.
Nothing. It does nothing. It just makes, you know. Rafe told us it has a voice in your head, and it tells you not to take off the necklace.
It's just a
Otherwise,
mark.
you die.
And it was cold. Like you had a cold feeling.
Yeah, but
Actually, you
not-
never signed any
not-
contracts. You just put it on. Maybe that's why you never died when you took it off.
Wasn't it because
It was never attached to your soul, really.
uh,
So that's why you just got
Okay.
terraformed. Because
Okay.
your soul, your body was affected, but not your soul.
So Bob made a pact.
Bob-
He has a pact.
made a
There's
pact.
conditions to Bob's pact. Maybe if we find out those conditions, we have a better advantage.
But how do we do that? Well, he really did the pact and he didn't do like me. If he really is just like
He did the pact.
the cover. Yeah, he did. Okay.
Bob voluntarily put the necklace on
How do you
while
know?
trying to
How do you know?
infiltrate the Order of the True Knight.
How do you know all of this? Do you know this as Saz? Or
Who is talking?
As Sas, I
Show
know.
yourself.
as Saz, you know that, but we thought that Saz didn't know anything. That Saz had only seen visions that didn't reflect reality.
Then I don't know. I know something that doesn't reflect reality. Then
No, but that's the thing. Like, is this the truth? Do we know? Like,
we don't know, but I think it
Mm.
is.
and your mission is really helping Bob back to what he was before. You are the way
Yes.
to fix him.
You left, a message. If he doesn't, contact the people then something happened to him.
Oh, what?
What people?
Yes.
People of the temple.
Come on, Sas doesn't know anything about the Rings Temple.
But Irene's temple, idea of
Oh, what-
temple. Okay, it's
Oh.
different temples.
Which temple are we talking about?
We thought that Bob only cared
Sas's
about-
temple, the spy temple, the secret agent people
Yeah,
temple.
EDNF temple.
Yes,
The one that's
That
currently
is
being
not-
constructed in your village. Actually.
not bound to any side because it's a secret undercover fucking temple.
Okay, it's a spy center, basically, yeah.
Yes, spy CIA center.
Yeah, they call it monastery from outside or something, yeah.
No one will guess. So that's why the SAS knows.
I mean, a risky way, but probably one that would accelerate everything, would be we just fly with Bob to where he wanted to go, and we build big time on the fact that we control Bob. That not what he wants will happen, but something else, and then we just play it by ear. Because right now I don't see us going anywhere. Like, it might take years to change Bob's alignment, maybe, or we accidentally kill him, then we still don't know what to do with the ship. We don't follow the main quest, nothing happens, right? But if we just follow the main quest and drag Bob along, let's see what happens.
Yes.
Well, that made absolutely no sense, but you seem to be agreeing. I don't care.
I mean, following the main quest at least will give us clues and things.
Yeah, we followed the
to
main
know.
quest.
So
We choose to follow the main quest.
What is the
I
main
mean-
quest?
I mean, we
What
would
do
the
you
lazy
follow?
thing. If we this way, things will come towards us. If we go any other way, we need to figure shit out. This way, shit will find us. That's easier and faster and more intense.
Yeah, we're really disconnected from the equalizer. We had no idea where to look for him and everything, and this green
You-
thing happens.
You
So,
want to catch up with him?
right?
Time to talk. We got your Bob.
Interesting. Who will
no.
convince who
He's
to
help-
join which side once we meet Electrolyzer? It will be a contested
Maybe we can
convincing
join
check.
him. Maybe we'll join him at the end, and then the main mission changes.
We just try to understand. Yeah, Farward is back to normal, right? So Holdo tells him telepathically about what he found, and if Farward can make any rhyme out of that.
Yeah, I guess you show him the metal bars. So
Yeah, why not? Just so the captain and no one from the crew doesn't realize.
yeah, you kind of like hide behind the posture of the Pegasus. And as he carefully examines the metal bars, he says, it seems it might sound weird, but I feel like this metal is a living metal. Somebody infused it with life. And it does seem to have a specific purpose. But I have no clue about machinery or blacksmithy or anything what this thing could power up. But that would be an integral part of whatever it is from. That I can say for sure.
Infused it with necromancy. Someone was probably building some really mean construct, and that's the battery of it. Okay. Damn it, doesn't help the main quest.
Do you want to hide it from Jackson?
Of course.
Why? I don't get the reason.
Then that's the
What's
point. I
hiding
also don't
everything?
know, but it's better to withhold information than to give it out for free. If we don't tell him, nothing bad can happen.
We just wanted to tell him because maybe he would know more about it.
Why would he
I don't
know
think-
about this stuff?
Because of the Artificer's lore he has.
Does he?
Yes, he
Oh, I guess I missed that part.
yeah, he just checked the necklace and he understood how it was made of and how dangerous it would be removing it just from that history he has. He cannot change anything on it, but he understands how some things are built.
I mean, yeah, we can just ask him, but then the Duke will also know, and I don't know if that's good. You guys decide. I stay neutral. Make a poll.
I would be bad. Like maybe it's not good, but how would it be bad?
Maybe he's like, oh, necromancy. We confiscate this, and you are being thrown into the dungeon next to
You're
Helena.
working with the paladins director. Right?
Necromancy, well, he is. I mean, he's kind of an ambassador of Parvo. They hate necromancy. So I guess
How many
Farwold
times
really
has he seen
doesn't.
Farwell do like stuff? Has he done some weird faces or judged you afterwards? Probably not.
Really need to kill Jackson.
Oh,
He's
Come on,
seen
Jackson,
too
you're
much. He's seen
he is
too
a
much.
really cool character. Come on.
Oh, yeah, and I need those demon monkeys right now. They need to eat him.
You know what? Just don't talk to him. Just keep those boxes for yourself.
No, you're
So,
right. He
Are
didn't
you
do
showing
so
it to
much.
him or not?
You guys decide. You make a poll. I'm neutral.
Sus? He's shaking the head.
Not trust in any weird butlers, no.
So
Ray?
that makes it.
You guys are so weird. You're always on the same side, and I'm on the opposite side.
Then just
I'm
show it
neutral.
to him.
I'm neutral. I'm not polling here.
I just want to understand what things are. If we don't get,
We don't need to be in
The
agreement.
pattern-
You can just take it and show it to the butler.
No, you cannot take it.
Olo has it.
I will
Then-
not take a look.
Then Farwell is
I
not
will
given
just
to us.
show-
There's nothing to decide.
Whatever looks less dangerous, whatever looks like the hands or something.
I mean, Rafe, you can just disclose that information that Paula told you.
Yeah, just descriptions, right? Like he doesn't need
So-
to see anything.
Paula will be adding a name to some type of list.
Definitely.
Oh, I'm in the list now. Oh no.
The list of
Both of us.
snitches.
Both of us. Two more Jackson, right?
Okay, Rafe, what do you say?
No, I'm describing a little bit the findings of some boxes. If he would know if this is common work from artificers and what it would be made from or for.
He carefully listens to it, and as you announce it, the captain who stands nearby also hears it.
Oh my
No,
god, that was
no.
why we don't want to talk to. Everything was like so silently spoken all the time for some reason. No
But
one
the
did that.
captain,
Was not to let the whole.
captain, you see how he grits his teeth. He's still under the friendship spell, but that definitely doesn't add points for you. But,
But we
as
were
Jackson,
all the time paying attention for the captain and the crew not to know. That was the whole time the point of the
We
whole
did listen
conversation.
to everything and we didn't know. No.
so as you describe it to Jackson, he says, this is the most curious. I never thought that I would ever see the pieces of such a treacherous invention called Warforged. Do you know what it is?
Asking me, do I know what it is?
Yeah, basically all of you know what the Warforged as a race is. It's metallic constructs, basically robots in the world of D&D that have been
We fought against
artificially
one
created.
once, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
they're like
they
a
made
race. Right?
they are kind of they are like a race because they are not simple constructs which just follow the command, but they actually have a living soul infused in their chest, one of the pieces. So even
okay.
though their living body might not feel the heat, the warmth, the cold of like your normal human skin would be, but they would still be susceptible to damage and to emotional damage per se. So yeah, this is he describes you that probably what you've seen in the Lord cabin is the pieces from which Warforged are being created. And yeah, it would take a very specialized artificer in the lab to combine all the components together. And the hardest, he tells you that the hardest part of the whole process is not even the assembly itself, and not even finding the metals it's made of, but actually infusion of a soul and making a living metal. So Warforged are not very often seen in the world of Tithir. It's known that in Vallon Kingdom they are used quite often by the dwarves. But other than that, just because of the complexity of their creation and the cost, they are rarely found in other places. So they are technologically intelligent constructs, technically just another race. And you have pieces for assembling them in the cargo hold.
Nice.
We could create a Warforged, maybe. We have to do a Lear Soul.
Yes, but then that really explains all of this soul collecting.
But why do the Lear Soul? He could have taken any kind of soul, right? It's just about it being a soul. It doesn't have to be a special soul, right? Why
So,
not just...
as he describes you the construction process, he says that the souls that are being infused, they kind of get through the purification of their past life. So they come to the newborn body of a Warforged completely from a clean slate. So yeah, it can be any soul. So that's, yeah, it's just one of the ways of how souls could be used. Not the only way. So you can make a note of it. Yeah, we have about 9 more minutes, after which I would have to stop the game for today. Yep. So Jackson generally seems to be quite excited about the info you tell him. And he says that would be actually a great gift to a Duke. He always wanted to have a couple of guards from the Warforged.
No, it's unnatural. Why would you have that?
As exotics.
Yeah. I would not want to have that. It's better just having a normal, well-trained army. Real people.
Do you think your father would appreciate that gift? Such a gift?
Most likely, but I would not approve it, so I would never give him such a gift.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like it requires weird sacrifices and procedures that I would totally ban. But yes.
So that explains the cargo for you. So that's it's a part of problem number 2, what to do with the ship and the cargo. Yeah, for now the only thing resolution about the problem number 1, I heard that you're just following along with whatever is happening and let Bob awake.
I mean, but are we keeping him really like super restrained and blindfolded and manacled and in the barrel? And
The captain would definitely tell you that they would be proceeding as per the original course. That would include the stoppage in the place just across the canal in Endgard, but that is not the final destination, as the final point was supposed to be announced after unloading the cargo by Bob.
Okay. So if we get to the first destination, do you think we're... I mean, Bob is not gonna speak, right? About the real final destination.
Unless you persuade him.
I have high persuasion, but how do I do that?
Okay.
He needs to be our friend again.
We
That's
need
a
to find
problem
some
number
type of
1.
leverage on him. Something he wants which would connect him to his old self.
Yeah, what does the Bob want? What's the most important things he wants?
We have a follower of Bob right here. What does Sus think? What does the Bob want?
The witness of Bob.
He wants to draw more cards from the deck of many things.
It sounds like there is a chance that he would get again the card that we want him to get, but he cannot do
He can,
it.
yeah. I mean, unless the change of attunement counts
Makes
like
him
he's a
any
different
more.
person or so. I don't know. You know, we could just no, but the amulet indicates that it's really Bob, right? Otherwise, I'd just say we can confirm his identity by making him draw from a deck of many things. If he can do it, it's not our Bob in the way we know him. If he can do it, can't do it, then yeah.
It is Bob. But he's not willing to cooperate. And you probably don't have anything to offer.
He has pact with the Equalizer.
But that's back to
Doesn't
question.
matter what he has.
What do you do with the necklace? What do you do with his alignment? Yeah, that's...
Even
what's
without the necklace, he's not going to be willing because his alignment changed.
But okay, but let's think about it. Like, there is some type of pact between him and the Equalizer. So the Equalizer gave him or will give him something he wants. So
Do you remember what he told you already? You already had a conversation with Bob on the Insewers.
Yeah.
No, you don't remember. I see.
He only needed Rave, which was very sus.
But he didn't need me.
Alive.
Yeah, but I don't know why the Equalizer might want me alive.
I meant what Bob was saying about his relationship, what he got from Equalizer, what he liked, you know, because he didn't start his speech. It was more like conversation, persuasion, your direction. That was your conversation with him at first.
I don't remember.
Don't tell them.
See,
You're
like
not remembering.
nobody remembers. Come on, Sal doesn't remember.
Just remember.
Of course not. You always manipulate the memories, and you think you remember, but you remember wrong. So nobody remembers.
So I think it would be a good moment to stop the game today. You can still be able to stay for more for post-game discussion, but I would be stopping the stream as we're gonna end the episode number 127 called Pinned, where the party finally pinned down Bob the Great Escaper, Bob the Great Wizard, in the hands of the giant massive ape. And yes, now they are flying into the unknown on a ship carrying the cargo, which could be used to assemble some Warforged. On the pirates into the blue sky. And I hope to see everybody who joined us next time in the World of This Year.